From a packed Lodge Mahal in beautiful Round Rock, Texas, welcome to Poker Night at the Lodge. My name is Slick Rick, along with my partner each and every week, Mike the Skull Reisman. Mikey, we got a good one on Saturday night. A little $5, $10, $25 straddle, little bomb pot, Bart Hanson. We got it going on.
Yeah, it's just normal activity here, Rick. It's the holiday season. It's Saturday night. It's the big game from the Lodge, 5, 10, 25, like you mentioned. We're playing Deuce to 7 tonight for Deuce 7 bounty for 100 ahead. We're going to be doing single board Hold'em bomb pots. We'd really love for them to be double board, but it's really hard to do with the stack sizing and the readers. So just single board on stream. After the stream, it always lights up even more. That's why we need to hit overtime as these games get deeper into the night, the larger the stacks become. So we'll set an overtime number here shortly, but let's go around the table real quick. Pierre's in the 1 seat for 10K. Bart Hanson in the 2 seat for 10K. Jay Wynn's back in town for 10K.
Jay Wynn's back.
Mazer's in the 4 seat. May Win, Jay Wynn, whatever the hell. They're all in for 10K. Zach from Poker Unicorns joining us again in the 5 seat for 3K. Cord, I'm excited to see what Cord's going to bring to the table. He's from the Houston, Katy area. Very nice gentleman. Loves the room here. Just drove in for the tournament. And he likes to gamble. He likes to play big. He's buying in for 7K. King Kai and perhaps a gigantic bowl of soup. TBD, who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Coming in the 7 seat. He's going to be a little late. So he'll probably hop into the stream about 10-15 minutes in. JC in the 8th seat, fresh from his Mexican vacation. We went there for Thanksgiving. He's back. And then the 9th seat's going to be Richard, a rookie to the stream. Very nice gentleman. He'll be sitting here shortly, but we're going to start 7-handed, Rick.
And oh, what a night it is in the Lodge Mahal tonight. We've got the tail end, the last and final. Well, we've got 2 flights going on. We've got the 7th flight and the 8th flight going on for the I-35 Cup. It's a $500,000 guarantee tournament that will play down to 9 players, and we'll have the final table streamed live here on Monday night. But it's eclipsed the guarantee. We're past 500,000. We're on to 600 and could reach as many as 700,000.
I've heard a rumor has been 800,000.
We know we're over the 500. So congratulations to all the players. Even Skull Mike is bagged. He'll be coming back at 2 p.m. tomorrow, where they'll play down to 9 at both clubs, Rounders in San Antonio and the Lodge Mahal here in Round Rock. Both will play down to 9, and then they'll all come back. 18 players.
Single file?
Single file, holding hands. We'll walk into the room. But tonight, it's electric in this place.
Yeah. Feel bad for the rest of the card rooms around the area because they're getting crushed.
They're getting crushed, but where else would you want to be right now?
This is the only place to be, Rick. I mean, come on now.
The cash and the tournament.
2 5s going out there, 1 3s, plenty of 1 2s, 1 2 5 PLO, 5 5 PLO. This flight of that tournament, this flight of this tournament. It's just there's nowhere you can't even walk around out here.
Hello to Chatsville, and as we get started, Michelle will be in the box. There you see the player positions. We're going to set a Saturday night overtime number. A very doable 400 is our overtime number. I think we can get there.
Cutoff time's 10:30. Everybody knows that. It's a 10:30 cutoff.
So that means we need 400 likes on or before 10:30, and we'll give you a little extra time as a little Thanksgiving bonus. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. Ate a little bit too much.
I invited you over, so I don't want to hear any bullshit.
You
oh,
did.
Skull,
You
got a
did.
new house. You never invite me over. When you going to invite me over? I invited you over, and then no response.
I fell asleep.
Nothing. No, I can't make it. I'm a little tired. Just totally ghosted me.
I wasn't trying to be rude. You
All right.
did invite me. It was kind of like one of those sympathy invites.
Even after you say I have a 2-inch penis on the last stream, I still invited you over. Don't think I forgot about that. I was on the felt. Don't think that slipped through the cracks.
So many people said that was a grand slam. I
You know
trotted around the bases, and here we go. A bomb pot, $25. We're going to do.
I could take it, Rick. It was a good joke. Just because you made fun of me doesn't mean I'm going to go home and cry about it all night. It was funny.
It was a damn good joke.
Yeah. What kind of man would I be from all the shit that I give you if I can't take a little needle back, right? That wouldn't be fair. Queen 5, Pierre, the only hands that we see right here, as everybody else is going to take a little bit of time for their card readers to get warmed up, but 2 pair for him. So we are off to the races, ladies and gentlemen.
Bart Hanson from Crush Live Poker in seat 2. Jay Wynn, you see him right there in seat 3.
What is Mazur doing? Mazur makes the call with an ace-3? That seems, he's betting here. Bluffing in a bomb pot, that's just hold'em suicide. Let's hope his cards might have a little error here, because 125 on a queen 5-8 board doesn't make any sense at all. Zach will make the call with nut diamonds. JC's coming along, hopefully trying to bink a disguised jack. So 5, 10, 25, let's get it started on Saturday night, folks. A holiday edition from the lodge to the turn we go.
7 of clubs on the turn, and we are playing
7
the
of spades.
7 of clubs. Get your eyes checked, young
look
man.
Up, look on the bottom of the screen. Look on the bottom right.
That's wrong.
That is wrong. You are right, sir.
I am right.
Laser, wow.
Here's a big bet from Mazur, 500. Zach from Poker Unicorn says, I'm going to play. I still got my nut diamonds and a straight draw now. Mazur looks dead to the 3 of clubs. It's not going to come, but a diamond does. So nut diamonds, but there is a board pair out there. Zach says, I'm going to win this first bomb pot of the night. Mazur bets 600 over to Zach.
You cannot have ace-3 here. Just going to go blast off all the way with ace high.
Some people like to do that on the first hand. You're either going to win a big one.
I bet. Really? Really? That's the game plan? I'm going to come in here under the lights, table 11, and first hand, I'm just going to go rocket ship.
Table 11 under the lights.
Table 11 where?
Under the lights.
There you go. Back to back. I didn't think you had back to back.
I can do
a lot of gas in the tank tonight.
Lots of. Till I don't.
Might be the Don Julio. Shout out to Racer Nerd. Thank you, Racer Nerd. Still haven't kicked that bottle.
And he's just going to go all in.
First hand all in. He's asking for a count. No way it's ace high. There's no way. There's no way, Rick. It's got to be a queen minimum. I'm going to say it's ace queen.
Mazur is paying attention to the football game.
He shows it. It's aces.
Oh, it is aces.
There you go, yeah.
Wow.
So it was a little error there on the card reader. My reads are on tonight. No way you come in here ace-3 with that line.
Aces goes down in flames.
Good lay down.
Flush.
Very good lay down.
335 already in the live chat, and we're not 10 minutes into the show. Of course, at 9:15 Central, we will have the joke of the night. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. Everyone knows the rules. It's going to be very hard to come back from a Grand Slam. As many have noticed, I've been on a multi-month hitting streak. It's going to be a short joke today, but it's going to be a good one, I think.
Everybody smash that like button. We've really stopped pushing the likes, but Saturday night, it's a big night. The lodge is packed to capacity here, and we're trying to reach some new members of Chatsville. We want a larger audience in the chat tonight, and we need all of our loyal supporters to smash that like button so new people trying to find this channel can stumble upon it. How tall am I? None of your business, Chatsville. 5'7", on a good day, on my tippy toes.
Jorge comes in, drops to Santa Ana, California, in all caps, and leaves, or stays. Hello, Jorge.
Yeah, Aloof, thanks for that comment. Nobody eats meatloaf on Thanksgiving. Take a hike. We're getting it warmed up here.
Thank you all for joining us. Hope everybody had a great one. Look at the room right now. On the right side is the finishing up of the Flight 7 of the I-35 Cup. And in the back where we are in the Skulls Dungeon area is Flight 8. And
also known as H, G and H.
G and H, but you know.
You don't know, you can't count that high in the alphabet,
I didn't want to make a mistake.
All right.
So rather than that, I knew there were 8 flights.
6-7 years of college. We thought you know the alphabet at least, but apparently you don't. All that equals a crushed guarantee.
Ty Parker says, hi, I'm from Dallas, played at the Lodge for the first time last night, loved it, and we'll be back. Ty Parker.
Thank you, Ty.
Tell all your friends in Dallas about the Lodge Mahal.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Nice to see you in the chat, Ty.
It's a great place. And frankly, right now, We're killing it.
Corey, I did get your text, but there's no. The list for this game is always closed until the game ends. So if you're in the building, I'm sure you'll be able to get a seat. I'll keep that in mind, Corey. Anybody else watching this stream and they want to get in on this game or smaller games, Monday and Wednesday is when we stream 1-3s, 2-5s, 5-10s. Visit thelodgelive.com, fill out that questionnaire. Message me directly on Instagram at SkullMikePoker. Always looking for new players and always give priority and preference to those new players so they have an opportunity to play on the stream, tell their friends and family, and perhaps to run up a lot of money. That's the dream.
So here we go. We got the technical difficulties fixed with the cards, and we're back to another hand. 5, 10, 25 mandatory straddle tonight. That's what we're playing. And JC looks like he makes it a buck and a squirt with King 9 suited. Woof. Bart Hanson will fold. So hearts come on the flop. We could get fireworks as both Richard and JC have high hearts. J-Win with pocket tens makes it 550. Talking to J-Win earlier, just 2 years playing poker. Incredible.
Yeah.
That was shocking to me.
Yeah, I
when
knew
he was
that.
saying that.
I knew that story already, yeah.
Wow.
A quick learner. He
Very
had
quick.
he had a well-paying job,
Yes.
6 figures plus.
He said the key was
Quit his job to play poker.
he got a coach early. JC is the only one who comes along. K9.
It's a little hard on himself, though. So he's fired a couple bullets in the I-35 Cup. You know, he's playing all of his tournament strategies completely wrong.
Hearts.
Have flush draw for JC. JC going nowhere.
Yeah.
But J-Win, a solid player, one to be feared. Both of these gentlemen, this entire table knows how to play poker with 2 cards. So everybody at home is in for a treat tonight. Get cozy on the couch. I know it's rainy and cold here in the Austin Round Rock area. Perhaps put on some hot chocolate.
Ooh, that sounds
Jameson
good.
and some Jameson and coffee, perhaps.
A little hot chocolate. It is getting that type of weather.
Yeah, get comfortable. It's going to be a good one tonight. I'm excited.
J-Win with the tens. I'd like to see that jack.
It's going to keep JC honest, looks like. JC fires out 650. J-Win going nowhere. To a turn we go.
There's a 2 deuce, and remember,
I was kind of hoping that was a diamond.
10 seat hit
You
a
know, the deuce of what?
deuce of diamonds. Love that card.
Deuce of spades. Irrelevant. J-Win checks again. Let's see if JC fires the double barrel. We are in the Wild Wild West. JC thinking about it. And he's reaching for chips.
Yeah, John, it's cold for us, not for you, obviously. You live up in the real cold of Minneapolis. I know that cold.
Yeah, we're soft down here.
We are soft, although
Very soft.
last February we had many, many days where it didn't even get above 20 degrees, so that killed us. Made a lot of
I'm
news.
used to the cold. It felt nice. I mean, I played tennis yesterday, first time in a couple of months. So I got out there and embraced the cold.
Oh, it's not anything hurting, but makes you turn on the heater.
$2,000 with a pair of tens. That makes your stomach bubble a little bit. J-Win still looks calm, cool, and collected, but he's going to fold the best hand, so JC's double barrel gets it through. Well played, sir. Just king high, 2 hearts, king 9. Woof. Good enough for about 4,500.
Lawrence Bren, Sioux Lookout, Ontario, Canada here.
Yeah, we got all the Canadians in here saying, cold, what? Huh? What's up, Lawrence? Matty J in the building.
What's the matter, dog? You embarrassed? This guy's a gangster? His real name's Clarence.
I saw our boy Eminem on the
What? What? We watching MTV?
Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and he helped.
Did he
with
give a
LL
shout out
Cool,
to the lodge?
He gave LL Cool J. He got on the stage and sang with Ladies Love.
What?
Cool J. LL Cool J.
All right, pop quiz. Where's LL Cool J from?
The Bronx.
No, it's Queens. Come on, God, come on. You said that so calmly. I admire the speed, unlike your long jokes. You fired out a burrow. It was wrong.
It was very close.
It was close, but it was wrong. Where's 50 Cent from?
I have no idea.
Come on.
I don't know.
You were close.
I don't know.
Say what you just said.
The Bronx.
Wrong. It's Queens again. You fell for it.
7-5-3. Pair of. Oh, Seti Maggette for Zach. Zach is hot right now. Won the first hand of the night. Let's see if he can do it again. Looks like it's 175 after he raised it up from Mazur's initial bet of 75.
Shout out to Pez in the building. Michael, we see you. Nick, Jonathan. Thank you guys. The Water Boy. Saturday Night Poker from the Lodge every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, folks.
556 in the live chat. Thank you on a Saturday night early. 9 of diamonds. Over to Mazur. Seti Maggette. He's already got this pot locked up, does Zach. He wants to put some money in there and start building a pot. Puts 400 out there.
Shout out to Nathan and Ariel. They love the stream. We love you guys as well. Thank you for tuning in. $400, Zach with the check mark. Not much to worry about when you have the check mark on the turn. Your opponent's deliberating. J1 gets away. Don't see Steve, a.k.a. Mazur, coming along either. Nope, but he's reaching. A non-believer we have on the turn makes the call.
These two going head-to-head once
hope,
again.
Let's hope he doesn't bink a 5 or a queen. Does not. 4-liner out there. Will Zach be fearful of an 8? Very unlikely under the gun to be holding an 8 here, so I'd like to see Zach recognize that.
Checks.
Nope. See, he was fearful of that 8. Ask him about a straight.
And Mazur's going, I can't beat this kid, Zach.
Would have liked to seen Zach go for a small river bet there, but elects to shut it down and takes the safe route.
617 in the live chat. I would ask you one thing. We've been kind of stuck on 18,400 subscribers for a couple of weeks.
Rick and I get a nice big bonus at 20K subscribers, so help us out, folks.
We were on, for 30 weeks, we were averaging 500 new subscribers a week. I knew it had to come to an end at some point, but my goodness, we need a few subscribers here. Thank you very much.
510, 25, 50, 100.
Here we go.
Didn't take long for that to spice up. It really doesn't matter what you call it. You play our 1-3 games.
You could
our
call this a 1-2 game.
The 5-10 games. Whatever you call it, it plays bigger at every level here in Round Rock.
Absolutely.
Richard here, big slick, elects to just flat. So
suited too.
He's playing it safe tonight. Not used to these stakes, these levels. He's from out of town, a family man, but he contacted me today, and like we always promise, we give priority to new people that want to come down to the lodge and try out the game here at our facility. So Richard is proof of that, and let's see how he does tonight.
Jaywin now picks up the pocket 7s.
Applying pressure from the small blind, an aggressive line here into multiple opponents. Wants to try and get heads up here. Definitely doesn't want to take pocket 7 in 3 or 4 ways. But the only person that might call is Richard, and it's a very disguised ace-king.
Puts out a tower of black chips.
The old limp 3-bet. My name's Richard, and let's play for how much, Ricky?
1900.
Jaywin knows nothing about Richard. Perhaps Richard knows a little something about Jaywin, because he is ones for the streams, ones for putting on a show, putting out content, a very nice gentleman. From where, Rick? Where's Jaywin from?
He's from New York City.
The Bronx.
He's from the Bronx. It was either LL Cool J or Jaywin. I knew one all-star was from the Bronx.
Ooh.
Second time Jaywin's done that. Very
man down.
Interesting. Is that a tell?
Don't think so. No. Sometimes the foundation is not as solid as other stacks.
Ooh, there's the ace. Ace 8-8. Not the best flop for Jaywin. All in.
I don't love the all in there. If you're Richard, I wouldn't mind a kind of tank check there. Look a little scared. Perhaps rep maybe kings, queens, and induce Jaywin to perhaps barrel. on the turn, you take your chances. If it's 7 peels, I mean, my goodness. I mean, 2 outs. The trap's gone south. But Richard wastes no time. I know the diamonds are out there, but I like gambling sometimes on some boards to just trap your opponent, let them hang themselves.
Yeah.
No air to breathe, but Richard just steps on the gas, and Jaywin's still considering making a call, but don't see him making the call at all. Jaywin's done this before, save face a little bit, but he's not making this call. I mean, what are you limping 3-betting with that you're beating right now? Ace King might do this, aces, kings, queens, jacks, tens, all these hands have you beat, so there's no way Jaywin makes this call with a pair of 7s.
Arlen, totally disagree with you. You know why? Because you're watching us right now. So they didn't take all the viewers. We still have our loyal contingent, and we love the people of Chatsville, and we're glad you're joining us, Arlen. Jaywin is just contemplating this.
No chance he calls.
If you say that.
How much you want to bet, Rick? You owe me 2 sandwiches.
No, I'm not betting on this. I don't think he's calling either.
I didn't think so.
Koosh 93, we see you, buddy. There you go, 6 for 6. Johnny Tiedorf's in the house. Good evening, Skull and Rick in Chatsville.
Nina Teubner in the house with the hit the like smiley face. Didn't give a shout out to
Nina.
Didn't give a shout out to Nina.
Nina, sweetie, such a sweet girl. And all the in-laws like each other, which is a good way to go into a possible
successful week at the household. Had Thanksgiving a meal before I came here today. Plenty of leftovers.
I've had my third since lunch yesterday. I had dinner yesterday and then lunch again today.
Wow.
We're done.
You're done?
Yeah.
You're tapped out? No more left?
No more turkey. We're gonna.
I'm having some more tomorrow.
No, just. You know what I like the best is not the turkey, but all the sides.
How was the stuffing? Doesn't Rocky makes a really good stuffing, right?
Delicious.
The stuffing that I had was the worst side of the whole meal. It was
go
a little
onto my
disappointing.
Instagram and
Everything
look
else.
at my turkey that we made the other day. You can see it on Slick Rick Lodge.
Nobody wants to look at your turkey, man.
Oh, yes, they do.
No, nobody wants to look at your turkey.
Beautiful, because the stuffing was inside.
You claimed you had a 10-inch penis the other night.
I do.
Why don't you put that on display
I do.
for all folks to see? No?
No.
No?
That's a different channel. That's OnlyFans. Haven't gotten there yet. JC calls.
Shit.
So does Richard.
If
with
anybody's
King Jack.
confused about that last comment, watch the previous stream. Rick made a joke of the night every night at 9:15. Rick made a little joke about the size of certain body parts. 7-3 deuce, 2 spades. So nut spades one more time for JC, and top pair for Richard.
Ooh, nut spades. That's just beautiful looking. Pierre wearing the hat. Oh, my Kangol today and yesterday. I always like that on a cold day.
Are you gonna let that Don Julio sit there? And
no, I'm just letting it breathe. You're already done with hers?
Yeah. What are you doing? You don't have all week. Think it went down the wrong pipe there, Ricky?
Tequila just is.
We might need to take your Slicky Ricardo card away from you.
I like tequila in margaritas, not straight.
JC,
Here's a big raise.
Getting after it here with the overs and the spade draw. Wants to attack this jack.
Plum chips are 500, folks.
This puts Richard in a really tough spot. He's got the best hand currently. Pierre will be folding. He's not coming along. And stuck in the middle between these two gentlemen. Richard has to fold. Pierre's going to fold as well. And JC with a power play there. On the flop, takes it down. Well played, sir, one more time. So he's been getting after these flush draws. You know JC's not afraid to put the chips in the middle. A very dangerous, smart man lives in downtown Austin and playing here at the Lodge tonight on Saturday night.
Nick from Yuma. I did not buy a thing on Black Friday.
Neither did I.
I actually stayed in the house.
I didn't buy a
came to
single
the
thing.
Lodge, played a little poker, but did not buy a thing on Black Friday.
Neither did I.
Is Black Friday as big a thing now?
Still a thing. I mean, the roads were crowded yesterday. I was driving around a little bit. It was crowded.
I mean, now that you can get anything
Cyber
you want,
Monday.
Yeah.
That's usually when Rick types in, I won't even go there, those secret websites. They probably have deals on Monday night for you, right? Lotion, too, I'm sure.
John, thank you. It was delicious, and it looked as good as it tasted. My wife knows how to cook a bird.
I need some stuffing next year. I mean,
Yeah.
100%, no excuses.
Yeah, we'll do
That's
it.
what I need.
We'll do it. Can't believe you didn't have good stuffing. So here we go. Michelle in the box.
Everything else is delicious.
Gives us a flop. Heads up. Jack deuce 6. Couple of diamonds. Buck and a squirt from Jay Wynn. Looking to take down a pot. He's been touched up early, and he'll take this one down.
The stuffing was kind of crumbly and a little bit, I don't know how you say it, starts with an M.
Moist?
Moist.
How can it be crumbly and moist?
That's what I'm saying. That's why it was weird.
That's weird.
It's weird.
There you see the cumulative winnings. JC up 2,800. Jay Wynn down Baskin Robbins. 31 flavors.
Early.
Early.
But it's early.
Run Machine, the I-35 Cup will not be decided till Monday night, and it will all be decided right here on Poker Night at the Lodge. So, yeah, day 2 is tomorrow. Skull Mike will go and at 2 o'clock with his bag of 200K and chips, coming back, I think, at 3,000, 6,000, 6,000 maybe?
Correct.
And try to run that up. So you got about 35 big blinds. That's a good shape. You're in good shape. And then on each club, Rounders in San Antonio and the Lodge Mahal.
Hey, I
here
put
in
a little
Anaheim.
post on Instagram today saying I saw our boy Poker Traveler, a.k.a. SETI.
Love that guy.
Make a post about the, I-35 Cup, and how he's got a nice bag. And
They're talking smack.
No, they weren't really talking too much smack. I, myself, decided to pour a little gasoline on the interwebs and start a little something, because they really have no chance of taking that cup back down to San Antonio. Really? You think somebody from San Antonio is going to win this tournament? All signs point to no.
When Nate Kogel has 1.2 mil chips coming into day 2,
I mean, come on.
we'll see. Somebody's going to walk out of here with a hunk of money, and of course, if you do win, remember,
you're
you're
give me a
gonna
2-3%, of course.
Yeah,
yes.
of course.
No,
Because if I
you
have to
get
work
nothing.
alone, you're going to give me something.
You get nothing. You
Get something.
can hold the trophy for me, because my arms are going to hurt from playing too much poker. You can raise it and kiss it,
Where's
and
our,
then go back in your hole.
did we get rid of our good day, sir?
Yeah.
Oh,
it,
my
it
goodness.
needs to come back. Yeah. It will come back.
Queen 10-7, couple of clubs,
I'll give you a little something.
pair of tens for.
Might wipe all sandwich bets clean.
Oh, so generous.
You owe me 2.
There's a 9-ball corner pocket. Pierre looking for 7 outs, a king 8 or 7. Zach's been fortunate the last couple streams. He's really enjoyed playing here. Chris Brandon says he's got 530K.
Well, that's a good stack. Very good stack. Yeah, I'm not too happy with my 200K stack. Although I can only play one flight yesterday, so I entered the only flight that made sense for my schedule. And it was the smallest one out of the 8. There was only about 75 people in my flight. So I personally prefer playing larger flights because there's more chips in play, more opportunity. But it is what it is, and I'm happy just to advance to day 2, and we'll see if I can spin up that 200K as Zach bets 400 here on the river with the best hand. So good on him for recognizing he has the best hand, putting Pierre in a spot, and Pierre folds. What's up, Carlos? Cheryl and Shannon, Riser's Treasure Hunting Emporium. Kush 93. Light it up if you got it. Way 2 Alpha. Emmanuel, David Pratt, the local legend.
Make your plans, folks. February 22nd through March 6th is the Spring Mayhem Series. We got a mystery bounty tournament that's going to be, a seniors tournament, a best bag tournament, all sorts of tournaments. February 22nd through March 6th, the Spring Mayhem Series. What are you looking at? A Kangol, a little hair? Well, they're not. Golly. Skull Mike. Give me hell. Just drink your Don Julio. Jaywin, deuce 4, suited, gets out of the way.
It's a nice hat, Rick. I can't rock a hat like that, so you got something on me there.
I can't rock hats too much, but that one I like.
It's a good look. I'm telling you, you need a little pistol, an old 1900 pistol to rock with that hat. You look like a real Boston gangster.
Can't bring that.
Leave it in your car.
Leave it in the car.
Leave it in the car in case, you know.
The schedule is on, I believe, on the website. It's not on Poker Atlas, Derek. Poker Llama, hopefully you can come out.
Yeah, Poker Llama is coming out, and Poker Llama, you sent me an email. I did get it today. I'll let you know. I'll respond probably tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah, if you want to be on this live stream, we make it happen for you, especially if you're coming from out of town. Just get in touch with Skull Mike. All the information is scrolled at the bottom of the screen. Reach out to Skull Mike or fill it out, the form out on our website, and we'll get you on. Cord's a perfect example. Cord mentioned something today in seat 6, and he's there. Now, King Kai looks like he has entered the building.
Oh, okay. Soup, anybody see?
I don't see the vat of soup.
He does have a shirt with a deuce 7 on it, so he's got the memo, and he's dressed accordingly. Don't see the soup yet.
King Kai, who once brought a vat of hot and sour soup.
The Guinness Book World Records largest soup ever seen on camera.
I'm not saying it was big, but it took 3 people to carry it to the table.
6 people to eat it.
7-7. It's still left over.
Yeah.
7-7-9. Nobody with a 7 or a 9.
That's a pretty solid shirt that the man has on. I know Nick from Yuma is already rapidly searching the interwebs to get his hands on a T-shirt like that.
Ooh, I do like that shirt.
Nut clubs for Pierre here. Anybody with a 7? Doesn't look like anybody has a 7 or a 9. No 7s or 9s, and Pierre's going to make the call. King Kai sits down, likely heading towards a chop unless Pierre can bink a club here. Does not. 6 is irrelevant. 9s and 7s with the ace for both players.
Last night, I came up to the lodge, played for 5 hours, won a little bit of money, but most importantly, I sat next to a guy from New Zealand, and on the other side, a guy from England. It's just, you never know who you're going to run into.
Huge in England.
Starting to
growing in Australia.
And starting to get big, starting to get a following in New Zealand, the tiny country.
Starting to get quiet in the Netherlands as well. Haven't heard from Jan in a while. Haven't seen Wimpy in the chat.
Wimpy riding his bike.
If you've seen Wimpy, folks, let us know that he's alive and well. Haven't seen much of Brazil in the chat either lately. And
no.
Have you not gone down there for your weekly autograph signing?
No. Kevin and Sarah, how are y'all tonight? Yeah, no, they said they were going to steal our show. At least they were honest. They said, we love your show so much, we're going to mimic it exactly, and we're going to bring it to Brazil. And kind of like you have the different shows of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and all the different game shows. Jeopardy has many different.
Do you just compare Who Wants to Be a Millionaire to Jeopardy?
Well, they play in different countries. What
about
saying is
Deal?
Deal or No Deal.
Or No Deal.
it had its time.
They had some smoking hot chicks with the briefcases.
They did.
You know? Oh, you win $1 million. Oh, you win $5.
I always used to think that one of these girls, you know, there's footage on the cutting room floor where one of them just bit it down the stairs, just lost it.
Why do you want these young, beautiful girls to fall down the steps? And you say, I'm dead inside?
I don't want them to be hurt. I just want to see it and laugh.
Wow, you want to laugh at women falling down the
I would laugh at
Is
anybody
Rocky
falling down the stairs.
falling asleep?
Falling down the stairs. Cord comes along with Queen Jack offsuit, wearing the hoodie.
Hoodie count, please. Give it to me after this hand. It's cold outside. Should be high.
Yeah. Speaking of high, he's in the room too.
Shout out to High. Wanted to get in the game. I said, Hi, you want in? He's like, no. You want in? Yes. You want in? No. You want in? Yes. I mean, you snooze, you lose, buddy.
Now the 9s from Mazur's going to take this down. Makes the bet. Says, I got 2 pair. A little bit better than the deuces.
Shout out to Kiah out there playing the tournament trying to bag a stack. She's grinding near I-35 Cup right now. So if she's not in the chat, she's focusing on her tournament play. Mazur's going to win this hand with a pair of 9s.
Yeah, Nakia and Joe went up to Cowboy Stadium and saw the Cowboys lose, but they had a great time, had by all. I spoke to Nakia earlier. Now she's playing the tournament, and yeah, I felt bad. Cowboys, I think, have lost 3 out of the last 4. Kid from Waco.
He's firing
He was
another
just-
bullet down there.
He came and I played with him for about 2 hours the other night. They're right there at the bottom of the screen, and he started giving me every reference that you'd see on Maverick. You know, all the different sayings. My pappy told me this. My pappy once told me never to do this. You know, it's like he laid down everything.
Can he give you Seti Magetti or
And I emptied his
one if you like it,
pockets.
2 if you don't? Can he give you any of those?
No.
You tell that boy to watch the stream, learn a thing or 2.
I don't think he's a stream watcher.
But you told him about it.
No, another player did. They said, you know who you're playing with, right? And they pointed to the button.
Easy money.
And they said, that's Slick Rick. You're playing with royalty. And I said, not royalty.
Yes, Mitch, it is Cord Garcia. Are you familiar, Mitch?
Bart Hanson comes along, calls the raise with his ace-10. 480 in the skillet. Michelle gives us a flop. 4-4-3. Great flops for both 6s and 7s.
Not for ace-10 as Bart checks it on over. Mazur's going to bet 350. This is going to put Zach in a tough spot here with 6s, but wastes no time, makes the call. Heads up to a turn we go. Zach in rough shape. Does have backdoor hearts. No longer as the queen of spades hits on the turn. So now just drawing 2 outs. And Mazur goes for what? Another 350. A nice size milky bet and a little bit of a comment.
A little
and
talk.
Smile. Side by side smiles. Maybe get these gentlemen some tea and some crackers.
Little crumpets. There's a 3-ball. So now 3 pair for all.
Look at
Still
that.
in the hand.
Steve now a little bit more confused, subdued, no longer smiling and chatty. Maybe this gentleman has a 3 or a 4. Goes for the 350 again, and it's 350 all day long, and the 350 is good. 7s and 4s with the queen kicker will take down 2.6 from the 4 seed.
You always love winning pots like that where you just out-pip a guy.
What's up, Jimmy B, the coin man, straw man in the building. Hope you're doing well, sir. Jazzbo out there grinding.
Yes, Jazzbo, who won a lot of money on the stream the other
Didn't
night.
see Jazzbo with that, that smile, that glow on his face. After your boy, after a long night, they might get a little lucky.
Yeah.
Bring the girl home. The next morning, they got the glow on their
Sure.
face because something scandalous has gone down.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jazzbo has that glow today.
Well, Jazzbo said he made a great catch. I didn't catch it. He said you did on the stream when our man, the White Claw Warrior, was about to spill a White Claw on the
did.
belt. Jazzbo made a diving save.
Yeah. I mean, he's a helicopter pilot.
I mean,
He's been in tougher situations.
hands so quick. He told me about it. I'll have to go rewatch
He
the
did.
stream. He said
I
you
hope,
saw it.
I hope the White Claw Warrior is okay. I mean, left the stream at 11. He was seen sleeping on the lodge sofa at about 3 a.m. Stone cold.
Someone told me he woke up and then went on a heater. King Jack 9. And he went on a heater that same morning.
Wow.
And
reeking of White Claws.
and his wife
The
had
secret
something
sauce.
to do with it. I mean, if you're out till 3:30 in the morning,
Probably seen in divorce court today if it's open.
it's a point of no return. After 3:30, there's no point of going home because everybody's asleep at home anyways. You might as well stay till the morning.
But then your wife wakes up and
No,
you're
you
not.
bring home donuts.
Oh, honey, I woke up early. You were sound asleep. I got coffee and donuts.
I got donuts.
Yeah.
Donuts makes everything right.
I do
telling
like,
you.
I like donuts.
Round
No,
Rock
I never
donuts.
had Round Rock donuts.
You're kidding. You live nearby.
I don't wait in line. I like Krispy Kreme. Dunkin' Donuts is good enough.
No.
Round Rock donut. I'm not waiting in line. I'm cranky in the morning when I wake up. I'm cranky now. I'm cranky all the time. But waking up in the morning, extra cranky, you need some coffee. You're going to wait in line for donuts?
For those donuts.
Get the fuck out of here,
As
donuts.
soon as you put one in your mouth, that's what she
Nah.
said, you will like it. 800 in the live chat. Thanks so much for joining us on a Saturday night. That's what we like to see. Overtime number is 400, so if one out of every two people in the live chat right now hits the
let's
like
get there
button,
right now. No sweat. Let's get there early tonight, folks. Come on.
Big Slick versus Ace Queen.
2.3 in the middle. Jay-Win stuck a little bit early on here in the first period. And what a flop for him as he connects with the king and has
And
the
the
ace of hearts. Richard completely whiffs.
A little free roll here.
Jay-Win double checks his cards. Oh, yes, I do have the ace. He's going to go small here. Does go for about one. Yeah, very small. I like it. 1/3. Could have even gone a little bit smaller. 700, good sizing, but Richard really with nothing here cannot continue unless he really wants to get frisky. In position, perhaps float, but that he gets away. Good on him for folding. And Jay-Win clawing back a little bit.
So what can you tell us about Richard? Don't really know too much about
He's
Richard.
from out of town. He's here with his family. Went down to the Alamo today.
Okay.
Said I could get you in the game. Canceled what he was doing. Dropped his popcorn and his tacos. Got in his car. Drove on up I-35 like all those losers from San Antonio will be doing in a couple of days. Not actual losers in life, but losers in the tournament. You know what I
Sure,
mean? Because
sure.
they're not going back with
They're
the
our
trophy.
friends,
And now here he is playing on table 11,
Under the lights.
5-10-25.
And his family is at the hotel room watching. Hello.
Not quite sure where his family is, but if they're watching, shout out to them.
My goodness, 20 minutes to joke of the night. One if you like it, two if you don't. Everyone knows the rules. John, what is Big Red Soda? That's a kind of a Texas thing. I'm not a big fan, but lots of people like it when they eat their barbecue. We have a lot of different sodas here for the taking here at the Lodge Mahal. Oh, this could get ugly.
Cord with the jacks, Bart Hanson with the queens. And we're going 4 ways to a flop. Hearts and diamonds in play for King Kiah and JC.
Here comes the flop. Seti Maggette
Ooh.
for Bart Hanson.
Just what Bart wants to see, too, there. Multi-way, got to pin one of his opponents on an ace. He's going to be betting at least half pot here, probably about 800.
Pulls a plum off, and you're almost exactly right. Makes it 800.
Yeah.
And congratulations to Bart and his lovely wife, about ready to expect any day now.
Tough spot there for Bart. He was definitely thinking he was going to get a call there, multi-way. Somebody who hopefully has the spades or the ace, but nobody really catches enough of that. The jacks don't want to see the ace and the queen, and the other opponents not connecting with that flop. So a little bit unfortunate for Bart, but like you mentioned, he's winning at life, has good things coming in his future, and
Yeah.
he's racking, putting some chips on his stack there. So it could have been a lot worse.
And Jaywin was saying his wife is expecting a lot of poker babies. Something's in the air.
Just baby Bailey in my household.
Right now.
Nah.
You never know.
I've been saying no for a while.
little-
People have been asking.
I want to just see a little skull mic pop
I'm
out.
a good
just
uncle.
Spitting cuss words. And mad at the world.
You'd be surprised, actually. I keep telling everyone always tells me I'd be a good dad when I'm around their children. You ask Jakey
sure-
Stein
I-
all the shit that he gives me. Ask him.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I don't know why. It shouldn't be that way. I should be a terrible father, but I'm actually
You had a good
Excellent.
role model to look
excellent
at.
with kids.
Your dad was a good dad to
Yes,
you, so
he was. Shout out to Steve and Sophie joining me this week. It was great seeing them. They are home now safely in South Carolina.
yeah, it was good to finally meet Steve,
Yeah.
the man who gives me twos on my jokes. Thank you, Steve. Sophie, your name is what? She didn't know who the hell I was, but
She
I
knew.
love Sophie.
She's got little issues with names. She knew who you were.
That's all right. I love her. She's a great woman. Steve knew who I was right away. King Kiah with ace deuce suited raises to 150. Over to JC with queen 3 suited, wearing the dice on his hoodie. He'll get out of the way. Richard gets out of the way.
Thank you, Racer Nerd, for keeping tabs tonight. As always, every night, Racer Nerd, the man in blue.
Ooh, almost 873 in the live chat. Keeps growing. There's your VPIP for tonight. Everybody kind of between 17 and 35. Very respectable. King Kiah just got here. I don't think King Kiah will ever bring soup again, as much as we
I
gave
played,
him hell about it.
King Kiah and I bagged last night. We were in the same flight, same table at the end of the night. We were having a good time chatting, talking about soup, talking about Yellowstone. King Kiah, a big Yellowstone fan. Have you watched that show?
Have not.
Neither have I.
Just another show to watch.
Let me see it in the chat. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. Yellowstone. I hear a lot of good things about Yellowstone, but I watched pretty much every other TV show, even though I claim not to watch a lot of TV. I've seen Breaking Bad, I've seen Game of Thrones, I've seen Narcos, all these other ones. But Yellowstone, 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. Let's let Chatsville decide if it's actually a good show or not. The 50 is on, 5, 10, 25, 50. Couple ones from Ron. A lot of ones. A lot of ones. Kind of like
Wow.
a rare joke of the night. Lots of ones. All ones so far. Zeta Man hasn't seen an episode, nor have I, but
Nor have I.
people seem to like it. So
Wow.
as the weather gets cold, always nice to have a new TV show in your repertoire.
Is it Netflix or what is it?
Now it's other different. It's another. It's on like FX. You can get it on a couple. It's not Netflix.
Okay. Here comes the flop from Michelle. Jack 8-4, couple of spades.
Lots of F-bombs, Sharon says. She thinks I'll like it. You're damn right, Sharon.
True Fish, always privileged with these two gentlemen commentating. Always a privilege to have you in the chat.
Thank you, True. Ace King here for Zach. C-bets here to 250. Richard makes the call with the gutter ball, looking for a 7. So ace high in the lead here. Interesting. Richard checks again. Action on Zach in position. Will he fire the double barrel just with ace high?
Dan says he's played with Sue. Remember the quad 8 Sue? She says the Lodge Mahal treated
Yeah.
her very well.
Yep, I remember Sue. So Richard here connects with his 6 and betting for a little bit of value. And Zach's contemplating an ace-high call or perhaps raising. Has multiple black chips in hand here. has not decided on laying this one down. No shame in laying down the ace high here. Makes the call.
Makes the call, and 6 is going to win it for Richard. Gets there.
Zach a little bit disgusted there. He said I was ahead all the way until the 6 of clubs.
Dan, when are you going to come to the lodge? 891. Who's coming to the lodge in 2022? If you're from out of town, let us know if you're planning to make a trip to the Lodge Mahal for either the Spring Mayhem Series or one of the 10. We're going to have for 10 different 500K guarantees starting in January once a month, and they're going to take a percentage out of the prize pool of each of the 10 and create a free roll for the top 18 point getters of those 10 tournaments. And those players are going to be able to come back without any entry fee and play for a hunk of money. I think they're taking, I want to say they're taking 1%. Yes, there's probably going to be $50,000 in the free roll. That's what Anthony told me. Ace 10, 6, couple of spades. 12 minutes from the joke of the night. One if you like it, two if you don't. Everyone knows the rules. Mitch Hecht. Haven't seen Mitch in a while. Still no deli. Mitch nearby.
You know they canceled all Islander games for the next like
Why?
week? COVID.
Really?
Half the team has COVID.
Oh my goodness.
10, 11 guys on the COVID list.
Ugh.
Brutal. And we were in last place too. Playing a minor league squad. I always think hockey when we talk about Mitch Hecht because he's from Toronto, and the Maple Leafs suck. So do the Islanders now apparently. JC up 2,500. J-Win no longer down Baskin-Robbins territory, but still down 2,100. Not 31 flavors, but 21.
David Miller likes to joke about the Penguin. There's really a Tiger King season 2?
Yeah, I heard that, yeah.
I thought the guy was in jail.
Yeah, he is, but they make a character out of another guy with some updates on him. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Carol Baskin. Shout out to her.
Wesley, can you wheel a keg of beer into the lodge?
Never been done before,
Never been done, but
interesting.
Interesting concept.
Might allow it if we can keep it here in the bunker. I have the key, of course, so.
Probably rather bring
a case is better.
A case rather than a keg. Good question, though, Wesley.
Let's go, Michael G. My man, you are welcome here every time, 3 times a week. I am a diehard fan. Need to start turning it around, though, buddy. Ace-9, ace-queen here. Heads up to a flop we go. Zach dominating Pierre here, 8-3-3. Ace high for both players. Zach gonna c-bet. Don't see Pierre continuing. I think he's just gonna let this one go. Out of position here, UTG. And he gets away, so Zach will take it down.
Zach always wears the nice sport coat. Tries to class up the joint a little bit. Button moves over.
That's what I do, David. My fiance is a Blackhawks fan. She's from Chicago, so my second favorite team is the Blackhawks, but they also suck. So when both of your teams suck, what can you do?
Buck, it is bring your own alcohol. We do provide soft drinks, about 10 different flavors of soft drinks.
Notorious TJ in the building.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Yeah, we got a little in trouble with one of the Notorious TJ songs that we were playing. Have to remove that from the soundboard. We played a little bit too much of a song on a stream and got demonetized by the YouTube gods. Got a double straddle going on of $50 from J-Win. Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
Oh, Wizard stunned.
Pierre with the
second favorite
Cowboys.
team, Wizard. Got to support the fiance. 3 betting here, 900. Queen 9, Cord doesn't look to be wanting to exit, but does. Perhaps getting a little bit tilted. Pretty card dead is Cord. He's one for action and really hasn't had much of an opportunity here.
King Kai
He'll
puts
come
in 2
along.
purples, gets back some change.
Every time I see King Kai, I think about that stupid wheel.
Ace 9,
Not-
horrible flop
yeah.
for Pierre.
Not what he wanted to see, but better to see 2 aces than 1. A lot less likely that your opponent has an ace when there's 2 on the flop.
Kai.
But Kai.
Very sticky. Isn't he the gentleman that floated you
That's what I just
with
said.
a 5 high?
That's what I just said, Rick. 5 high on the flop after a 4-bet pot pre.
Pierre's locked this hand down as long as he
I
stays
think
in.
Pierre has checked it over. I think the action's on Kai. Yeah, goes check.
He's given up.
No, you don't float. You don't call. Well, now that you connect with that 3, he might check it down. But you don't float to give up.
Well, he would have made a bet there, don't
Well,
you
maybe
think?
he's using a little bit of pot control to make that bet on the river. But now that he connected with that 3, it changes things a little bit. And now Pierre feels a little bit better about his hand. Kai might call this. Does. Oh. Raises. Snap raise here from Kai. So not satisfied in his 3 for showdown value, nor should he be. Snap raise to 3.4, and Pierre
It's just
scratches
sick.
his eyes.
He just is sick.
Stomach has twisted a little bit. There's a lot of Charmin in the bathroom in case he needs assistance here after this hand. Put it in the blender. Not that much more to call. 1,800 holding the Cowboys. But what will he do? He knows Kai has a little bit of a wild reputation. Not afraid to stick it in light.
And he's going to lay it down. He lays it down. What a play by King Kai.
He shows the 6. Shows the 6-3. All Pierre can do is smile and tap the table.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
King Kai. The play.
Snap raise.
What a play.
6-3.
I thought when he checked on the river, I thought he was giving up.
Checked on the turn.
I checked on the turn. I thought he was giving up.
Pot control ring.
Look at that. He walks in, strolls in here without his soup. Now he's up Baskin Robbins, 31 flavors, up 3,100. Pierre throwing the party right now. A dinner for 14 with wine.
He's reaching his pocket. He's adding on after that.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Put some sunflowers on the table. I think our first yellow birds of the night.
Yeah, the banana chips or yellow are 1,000. The plums, purple, are 500. Blacks are 100. Greens are 25. Red is $5. The blue ones you see out there are $1. So this is an uncapped game. And we had $70,000 on the table to start. We're going to have a lot more than that right now.
Saturday Night Poker, folks. Monday and Wednesday games have been good as well. So whenever you're stumbling upon things to watch on Monday and Wednesday, 8 to 11, the Lodge Live, tune us in, give us a subscribe and like.
268 likes, 1 hour into the show. We need 400 on or before 10:30.
1,000 in the live chat, so making us sweat it out for no reason. Don't really appreciate that. Takes 2 seconds to hit that like button.
We did. We finally got up to 18,500 subscribers. Thank you, folks. Man, we've been on 18.4 for a couple of weeks. Thank you, folks. I want to get to 20,000.
Good things come to those.
We were at
wait.
1,000 on March 1st.
We don't need the whole.
Eight?
We don't need the rundown.
9 months ago, we were at 1,000. We're at 18.5. Not too shabby.
Click notes. I like the Cliff Notes version. 6-3 again. So if 6-3 can strike once, why not have it happen again. We might start calling the 6'3" the King Kai soup hand of the night. Pierre's going to go duck hunting, so boy, oh boy, would I love to see a 6'3" deuce flop here. If it happens, I'm walking out of the booth. Doesn't happen.
King 10-4, couple clubs. Pair of 10s for Richard, way in the lead. And King Kai with his 6'3" again decides, not this time. I'm out of position now. After the next hand, joke of the night. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. Everyone knows the rules. There's the V-pips. Everybody very respectable. Between 18 and 31%. Got a great game going on here right now here at Poker Night at the Lodge Mahal in Round Rock, Texas. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A huge tournament going on right now. The I-35 Cup started on Tuesday. We went 2 flights Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and today. Day 2 will be tomorrow. We'll whittle it down to 9 players from the Lodge Mahal and 9 players from Rounders. And then on Monday, the 18 players come in and we'll find a winner. Here, we're playing the 7 deuce. Let's see if Pierre wants to go for it. $100 from each player if he wins this pot.
Goes for it on the button, makes it 500.
I think Cord is going to call him.
100%
Mazur's calling with the ace-10.
Might even fire in a 4-bet Cord. Definitely not folding. Makes the call, so 3 ways to a flop we go. Pierre, a little bit steamy. Might be a little bit steamer. But he has an opportunity.
King 3-4.
Rainbow Skittles.
Everybody whiffs.
Good board here for Pierre to continue the story. I'd like to see about half pot here. Even though 500 third would be likely. What does Pierre, he did bet. What did he bet? And he's going to show it. He goes 700, goes for about half pot. He's going to show it, pay that man.
There we go.
Pay that man his money.
An extra 800 comes around, and here's the joke of the night. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. Everyone knows the rules. It's a short one, so listen close. A man is in downtown Austin last night at a bar. She's a beautiful woman at the bar. Goes up. They have a conversation. Goes on for about an hour. She finally says, you know what? I never told you my name. My name's Carmen. He says, that is a beautiful name. She said, you know, and it fits me perfectly because I like cars and I love men. She goes, by the way, what's your name? He goes, Beer Boink. There you go. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. Everyone knows the rules.
He likes beer and he likes boinking.
Yes.
I got it, but I didn't laugh.
All right. I hit a grand slam the other night. I may have to tell another joke later, but that's the joke of the night. Let's see where we wind up. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. Every now and then you need a short joke.
I like short jokes.
You didn't do the crickets.
Couple 2s.
Couple 1s. Mixed bag.
Lots of 2s.
If you ever need a short joke just to pull out and just have in your back pocket, lots of 2s, but all from Fishburger. Don't vote once. Everyone knows the rules.
You could have done, like, his name just could have been better, like Beer Boink.
I was going to say Beer Fuck. That was the actual joke, but I wanted to clean it up. Would Beer Fuck been more funny?
You could have gone with something else.
Okay.
I mean, Carmine's not like an actual name, you know, like that.
Carmen.
Yeah, Carmen. That's you need an actual name. That's funny. Like nobody's named Beer Boink. How many Beer Boinks do you know, or Beer Fucks do you know? The answer is 0.
That's the point. That's the point. He was telling her what he wanted to happen.
Yeah, but
Mark says short jokes are risky. They are. I'm
aces
a risk taker.
For Cord. Ace Queen suited for King Kai. So let's get back to the action here, Rick, as Zach wakes up with the snowman. So perhaps a hand of the night candidate here. Cord 3-bets the aces 1.1. Zach thinking about making a play here. Cord saying, please put it in.
Fishburger says Beer Fuck is a bit funnier. Lesson learned.
Yeah, Beer Fuck is funnier. It is funnier.
Should have gone that route.
Yeah, come on.
Should have gone that route. Sometimes you have to learn. Over to Cord. He's all in is Zach, and Cord snaps with the aces. And what is King Kiah going to do with ace-queen suited?
You got to fold now.
$9 grand in the pot.
All this action in front of you, you have to fold. King Kiah cannot come along. He's considering it, but I don't think he makes this call. Zach zigging when he should have zagged. Stuffs it on Cord, just what the man was hoping for. Let's see if they run it once or twice. Max Payne.
So Cord did not go all in. He just called the all in from Zach.
Yeah, still a little bit behind, 3.7 behind. But this is, I think Kiah's ready. Kiah already fold, or is he considering it? He folds. Zach sees the bad news. I think they're going to run it twice. Props to Zach for making a play, just at the wrong time.
Cord is laughing. As
Both
they're
these
probably
gentlemen
having a good,
smiling, yep.
good conversation there.
You think once or twice, Rick?
They can only run it as much as twice, so.
Let's see. I'm not sure what they decided on. Eight ball.
Wow.
Zach up out of his chair.
Did they
Little
run it
celebration, not quite sure. A tap on the shoulder. Looks to be one-time Max Payne.
Twice? Wow. Wow.
The two-outer from another galaxy.
8 from space.
Lands on
right
the
in the
flop.
window. Was it in the window?
Cord no longer smiling. He sheds a little smile. Needs to turn around, stretch it out a little bit, take a walk perhaps. Just what the doctor ordered for Mr. Poker Unicorn's boy Zach in the 5 seat.
Now he's reaching for more chips.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Wow. Another one for our late season. We're going to try to do an Undies Award presentation of the best hand of the year, which we've got a couple in the clubhouse already, for Poker Vlogger, who appeared on the live stream of the year, Chatter of the year, Chatter of the year is nice. Joke of the year, of course. Oh. Joe S. just walked into the bunker.
Shout out
Another
to
successful tournament. How's Kiah doing out there? Nice.
So you know our boy Cord Garcia here does indeed have a WSOP bracelet. Did you know that,
Did
Rick?
not know that. I know he had about $2 million in earnings.
WSOP bracelet back in 2015.
That is the 6 seat, folks. There he is with the
Yeah.
Benjamins stacked up in front
Also
of him.
has a final table in WPT. About $3 million in career earnings is Cord Garcia, so he can handle the aces going down in flames to Zach's trip 8s. A set of 8s.
Man, you just never know who you're going to meet at the Lodge Mahal. I
Shot-
mean, bracelet winners, they just come in and out like it's no big deal.
Local Houston boy lives in the West Side, Katy area, and he was very impressed with the lodge, so he'll be back.
Joe S., what do you think the number's going to be with the I-35 Cup? The total prize pool.
You just doing a drive-by, or you got time to hang out in here?
All
So,
right.
yeah. Pull up a
put a
chair,
little-
you
put a
rookie,
little head.
you noob.
He's got a lot of
Understand.
things.
All right, let me cue you on
I'm
up.
going to bring Joe S., the Grand Poobah, who made one of the greatest comments ever on the stream. The other night, he was in Dallas, and we had both Joe Pick and Anthony, who just were lounging here in the bunker. And Joe S. says, "Wait a second, if Anthony and Joe Pick are in the bunker,
Who the hell's running the
who's
tournament?
running the show? That was a funny
That was funny.
So, Joe S., the general manager, the Grand Poobah, tell us about the I-35 Cup and what you think the prize pool is.
Well, first of all, hello, Chatsville. Thank you all for watching and being part of this. Very successful. We're a little over 1,000 on our own.
Wow.
We were, we're going to fall a little short of hitting the guarantee by ourselves, but we came pretty close. We needed 1176, and we got
For what? For what amount?
to 500K in the prize pool.
By ourselves.
Just by ourselves.
Oh.
Not including any of the rounders'
Gotcha.
contributions. So our personal goal was to get really close, at least, to hitting the guarantee by ourselves. So going into today, I think we needed like 50 players between us and rounders to hit the guarantee. Then we had a monster flight of 216, and now we have another 90-ish, 100, I think, in the night flight. So we're just shy of hitting the guarantee by ourselves. Haven't checked on rounders. Been super busy today. We have 14 cash games going.
Yeah, very busy here today.
So I haven't really had a chance to check out how rounders is doing. But I have faith in those guys. They run a really good room. They do a good job promoting their satellites and everything like that. So I know they're going to bring a lot to the table.
And this whole thing was basically thought of and completed within the last 4 weeks. I mean, this wasn't really a big planning thing. You guys just said, let's do it, and you did it.
Yeah, I mean, this was something that, the owners brought to my attention that he wanted to, our owners and the Rounders owners
Yep.
are pretty close. And we know we wanted to work something out. The timing was a little short. We didn't have a ton of time. But we also knew, this was really for our local players. We were okay if we didn't get, 1,000 people from out of town. We were just, we knew just off our player base, we'd draw some people in from Houston and Dallas and some local markets to get this. And sure enough, this is something that we could have put on ourselves and been, confident. And we are going to be doing a 500K guarantee tournament monthly.
Yeah, and that buy-in, this buy-in for the I-35 Cup was $500. What is the monthly 500K going to be?
$600 buy-in.
Okay. And it'll start, how many flights each?
So it'll be roughly the same thing. Eight starting flights, 30-minute levels, 40-minute levels, day 2. But the big thing about that one is it's a year-long thing. Try to get people to plan as many of those as possible. We're going to do a tournament leaderboard, and then at the end, the top 18 will play in a free roll, which we're going to withhold 1% of each of the prize pools. So let's just say we hit the guarantee only. That'd be a minimum of a $50,000 free roll at the end of the year for the top 18 in the leaderboard.
Hey, John, we appreciate you being in the live chat, and we love what the Hustler Live does. And we love what every live stream does, so there you go. But we're here on the Lodge live stream tonight, so let's just leave it at that. Slick Rick, along with the Grand Poobah in the bunker, as Skull Mike went to find another player, as a little birdie told me we lost one.
That is a spicy turn card there. Zach hits the nut straight. Mazer has top pair with a backdoor flush draw. Pierre has a higher straight draw, and pretty much everyone has a straight. JC has a straight draw. It's a very big action card.
David, Lexo will be in the Lodge in a few weeks. That's what I've been told. Lexo Poker is going to come to town again. He's been here before. So the straight for Zach hits his Jack 10. Flush draw.
That's the
for Mazer.
My wife, Princess of E-Pit. That's her favorite hand. Jack 10 suited. Jump out the window with it. She says.
I like that. That's okay, Ludes. I'm fine with that. It's like if somebody came to your house for Thanksgiving, ate your food, ate it, and just it was delicious, and they got it all for free, and then right before they left, they said, you know what? your neighbor's house, they were just a little bit better. It's kind of like that, but that's okay. You know, do what you want. But if you make a comment, yeah, you know, you take a chance of it being deleted. This isn't, we've been known to do that once or twice. Here's a call from Mazer.
Mazer with the just call.
Just call.
Just call.
Looking for a spade is Mazer. Does not come.
Does pair the board, though. Might slow down some action. You know, Zach is going to make a decision here. You know, he's either floating them, you know, with 2 pairs set. Doesn't look like he's overly concerned with the board pairing, so he's going to fire in another bet here, try to get some value.
999 in the live chat. Slick Rick here at the Lodge Mahal. And it is a packed Lodge Mahal as we've got 2 flights of the I-35 Cup going on. One is
we just bagged up. Yep.
Oh, you just bagged
up?
up?
Yeah, that's how I was freed up to come back here.
Okay.
26 bagged up. I did the bubble boy in. I had to dealer needed a break, and you know, had to take care of business. But we have a ton of cash games: 7-1-2s, 3-1-3s, a 2-5, and 3-1-2 PLOs.
I'm telling you,
it's incredible. We've grown our PLO a lot. I remember a couple months ago we were trying to just get a PLO game, and now seems like 2-3 is the norm.
You know, people want to go to a poker room where there's action and where there's a ton of poker players, and that's what we're putting on right here at the Lodge Mahal. It's just hard to beat. You know, it's just $10 an hour if you play cash game. That alone is a bargain. No rake, and then you throw the tournaments we can. That's the advantage of the room, and that's why I love the fact that we're going out and we're making a $500K guarantee each month next year, and because we want to show the power of this room. You don't build a room like this and not do something like we just announced with the $500K guarantee. Plus, that doesn't even mention the Mayhem series that we've built. That'll happen February 22nd through March 6th. We're going to have a mystery bounty tournament, a senior tournament, a best bag, a main event.
Yeah, I mean, this is the second poker room where I've kind of had, you know, obviously I have a huge say in what goes on here. When I was working at National Harbor, I had some say. I was an assistant shift manager, so I was in some meetings, and the director there asked my opinion because I was in the Maryland market for about 5 years before going there. And, you know, we had the opportunity to bring in a WPT. They charge a hefty price.
No need.
And I said, we were getting 50 cash games a night at National Harbor. I said, we already have the player base. There's no point to give up all this money. You do your own advertising, come up with your own
we have the TV.
Your own tournament series. And now, you know, it's the same. My same mindset here is people ask all the time, do I want to bring in WPT, MSPD, or Run Good, any of those series? And I'm not opposed to partnering with someone in the future, but I really want to grow our brand, our Mayhem brand, and make it a household name. And, you know, we're going to continue to do what we're doing, and there's potential that we get to that point.
Bart Hanson hits his straight. I don't, and there's 2 pair for Mazer. JC has no chance of winning this hand. I just, you know, from just somebody who's not in the business of, like you have been in your career, I just don't see the point. I could see if we're trying to bring people to the room and trying to build a name for ourselves, but we're doing that on our own. And we've got our own brand. Let them come to us and ask, can we partner with you guys?
Yep.
I mean, because there aren't too many 60-table poker rooms in the country. There are a few.
Well, you know, it's just poker is the redheaded stepchild in the casino industry. You know, they make their money off of table games and slots, and they're just not overly concerned with poker. So a lot of them aren't going to invest in a big poker room.
Huge pot, 10,000, looking for a deuce or a 4. Ooh, it was close. Bart Hanson is going to win a rather large pot. Hitting it straight.
Bart Hanson, very good player.
Oh, of course. Bart's a legend. Crush Live Poker does great work on YouTube with his Monday learning series, and of course you can pay for his help, and he's a crusher. Cumulative winnings: Zach winning 8,500, Bart Hanson now up 5,800, King Kiah up 1,800, as is JC and Richard. Throwing the party right now is Cord, and we don't see Mazer because he is about to add on, so Mazer also going to be on that list.
Yes, Seth. I've always worked in poker rooms and casinos. That's the way I've always felt. Here, because we're a poker room. I don't want to say just a poker room, but because we are just a poker room, that's all we care about is poker. So that has our only focus. The owners, that's what they care about, and it just makes for the best poker experience possible for
Well,
players.
the reason why in a casino, I mean, casinos are all about real estate. A poker room takes up a lot of real estate and doesn't generate a lot of revenue for the casino. If they put slots in place of the poker room, they're much better off on a revenue side. But you got to have a poker room, in my opinion, to be a complete full-service casino. But it's all about real estate in the casino world.
Yeah.
You put 100 slots instead of the poker room, and you're going to make a lot more money than the rake you take.
So it's it's different, but in all honesty, in my career, this is the happiest I've ever been. I have no interest in ever working at a casino again. I would love to just work at this poker room. That's what I enjoy. I'm not interested in being around that stuff anymore. I've dealt table games and supervised it, and this is much better to work for. A poker club that cares just about poker.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. It's 9:34. We need 400 likes on or before 10 p.m. tonight, as everybody knows the rules.
Cutoff time is?
Cutoff time's 10:30. Everybody knows that. It's a 10:30 cutoff.
And we have 342, so we're well on pace. We need 58 more to go to overtime. Let's just do that right now. We've got 1,001 in the live chat. Why don't you just go ahead, exit chat, hit the like, and we won't mention it ever again tonight. There's your incentive. You don't want to hear about it. Let's just get there right now. Picked up 8 more just by saying that, but that's okay. We'll get there. Not worried.
Does Mike still have nightmares when he sees King Kiah on TV?
We talked about that. He does not like to talk about floating 5 high, runner, wheel, when Skull Mike flops top set of queens.
Sometimes you got to float.
Sometimes you got to float. Notorious TJ, I thought you said you were trying to move to town. 8-3 deuce. Kiah will help you out with the real estate market. Uh-oh, Mazer trying to go. He's going for it. Makes a $2,000 bet with 2 yellow chips. He wants the bonus, and he's going to get the bonus with the 7 deuce.
There we go, Mazer.
He's going to pick up an easy $800 in the street. Michelle is making sure everybody pays.
That's right.
Very good on Michelle. That's the bounty, she says.
TJ, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Wish you lived closer also. Good guy for the room. Always supportive.
Always supportive, and always brings a bottle of bourbon to the game and simply empties the bourbon like a good person usually does. 393. Let's get there right now. 393 likes. We can do it right now on the count of 3. If you have not liked tonight's episode, we've provided you some free fun tonight. Let's get there right now. 1, 2, 3. 396. Need 4 more. 98. We can do it, folks.
So how are we looking in this chat? Is everyone excited for the final table Monday? See some tournament poker. We haven't done tournament poker in a little bit.
All right, we're there.
Got there.
We go to overtime.
We did it at 9:37, so that doesn't mean you have to stop, but we will stop asking. Thank you so much, folks. We're going to give you some overtime coverage tonight.
Thank you all. Yeah, we got our start here with tournament poker, and, we're going to get back to a little bit with this I-35 Cup.
It's not that we don't like to do tournament poker. The problem with tournament poker is we never know when final tables are going to make. And that's the challenge of doing a television show.
Yeah.
We do it. One night we did a final table that started at midnight, and everybody's asleep by then. So that's the only problem. We love doing tournament poker. Come in.
I got to give Anthony a lot of credit. He's good at predicting, projecting when we're going to be getting to the final table and everything like that. So, we'll have our 9 that we play down to tomorrow. Rounders will have their 9. We'll come back the final 18. We're projecting 3 or 4 hours before we get down to the final 9. And then hopefully send them on break for an hour, send them out to go eat, and then we'll in that time frame we'll announce and have a countdown for the final table.
And truth be told, full disclosure, it really depends on how quickly they get back. We probably will not go on. The earliest we'd probably go on air is probably around 7:15, 7:30. That would probably be the earliest on Monday. So we may be coming on midstream because if they get down to the final table at 4 o'clock, for instance, you're not going to put them on a 3-hour dinner break. But so we'll see. We'll play it by ear. You will see some final table. You will see the winner crowned. We can guarantee you that. I say that, but you never know in tournament poker. But we're going to do our best to bring you as much of the final table on Monday as we can. I'm thinking it's going to work out where we're going to bring you from start to finish.
It's cool. This whole idea, this whole I-35 Cup. You got, on top of the big money, the trophies, all that. You got bragging rights. We want. The final table, I would love for it to be 7 Austinites and, only 2 San Antonians and, or even 9-0. I don't care. It's all about representing, our area and, that's what it's about.
There is bragging rights between the 2 cities. And
our markets are very similar. When you look at what we have and what Rounders gets in San Antonio, I consider Rounders the only place to play in San Antonio. And I'd like to say I consider us the only place to play here in this area, in the Austin area.
Ace-9, Pierre 4 bets to 2,200. J-Win comes along. J-Win again with pocket 10s. He had this earlier tonight. Heads up to a flop. 5K in the skillet. Jack deuce 5. Whiff City for both players.
Pierre and J-Win are both incredible no-limit hold'em players.
Yep.
Very, very good. So
Skull Mike is going to hop in the table because so many players who originally were on our alternate list are playing in the tournament in the I-35 Cup, and they're still in. And they may be a little scared now. Pierre. So Skull Mike's going to go try his luck over here. We'll see him in about 30 minutes.
Is Mike going to be all right, though? Because is he aware that King Kiah is at the table?
Revenge, part 2.
What does the chat think is going to happen here? Do we think Jay Wynn is going to call, fold, or min click back here? Gives him credit. Pierre told the story there. It's a lot easier for us when we see the cards heads up, but, Pierre told the story that he's got Queens, Kings, Aces, and Jay Wynn set mining essentially with that hand.
Thank you, Charles, for that comment. And there's a reason too. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why I believe that the Austin players at the Lodge in this tournament format are going to have a huge advantage coming into the final day. The 18 players that walk into the Lodge, because of sheer amount of chip stacks. Because about twice as many people played at the Lodge as they did at Rounders. So that means more chips in play for the 9 players that come in.
For sure.
It's going to be some huge chip stacks disparity, unless one of the chip stacks at Rounders is just basically has 90% of the chips. Because we already know Nathan Kogel has about 1.2 coming into day 2.
Literally in my whole career, I've never seen anything like that. I texted Anthony and was like, you typoed Nate's chips. It's literally impossible for him to have 1.2 million of 1.8 million in play.
Could he not show up on day 2 and make it to day 3? Could that be possible?
It'd be possible, but I think it'd really be cutting it close. I don't know. It'd be a long shot, I think. But 1.2 million, we're going to be starting off at the 3K, 6K, 6K level. And Anthony likes to do fresh levels. So, I was talking to somebody that thought they bagged up peanuts, like 121,000. And I was like, but when they finished, they were at the 612 level. And I told them, I said, no, we're going to be starting back at the the latest level, what has the most time. So we're going to be starting back at the 366 level at the fresh level. So 121K on the 366 level is not that short. It's 20 bigs, which is not desperation mode by any means. But if they're at the 612 level and now they have, 2 bigs, it's or 6 bigs, it's a very different story. So, our goal is to get as much play out of this as we could. With moving the tournament along.
Yeah, I know they like to go how many bigs you have, but I think with the big blind ante, it should look at the orbit. Every orbit I'm putting in 15K coming back, and then divide that into your chip stack.
That's the way online poker. Have you ever heard the term M?
Yeah.
So that's really how you calculate true. Just never really caught on and didn't get nearly as popular, but
because really it's not just.
Yeah, you're not just paying the big.
You're paying the big plus, and if it's 15K in orbit coming back, it's a lot. Even if you have 100,000 chips, it means if you don't play a hand, you're basically going to make it around eight orbits around. So looks like Mazer is going to call it a night, and that's where Skull Mike will go. Mazer was all in for 5,700, and Cord picked it up. 1,000 people in the live chat. Thank you so much. Alex, you'll have to ask.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that stuff, guys. It's personal choice.
Personal choice, and we don't care one way or the other. Makes no difference to us. I'd say percentage-wise here in the lodge, it's probably about 10% players choosing to, and that's fine with us. On to the next hand. Looks like we've got a triple straddle going on. It's 5, 10, 25 the whole night, and then we've got a $50 double straddle and a $100 triple straddle.
So Daniel, the donk commentator, is answering you. M, if you heard what I said in the beginning of it, is how it used to be calculated when it was online poker, which online poker will never do a big blind ante because the whole purpose of it is to speed up the game and cut down on the mistakes. That's why we do the big blind ante in live poker. The way we used to do it online, and you calculate M. So not a donk commentator, fully understand it.
Yeah,
just explaining to the people that calculating your big blinds, just not including the ante, is not a proper way to realize your tournament spot.
Earl, thanks for slumming with us tonight. We appreciate you watching. King Jack 7. Top pair. Top kicker for Zach. And he'll bet 2 purple chips or $1,000. Skull Mike putting on his war paint right now, getting ready to do battle. Over to J-Win with ace-5 suited. He'll get out of the way.
Wes, we could pre-shrink your merch if you want. Sharon Barth, how are you?
Sharon Bart, the Yoda of Chatsville. Yoda is looking right over us, right there on the wall. Sharon Bart.
Oh, I never noticed it.
There you go.
I love the way the hands are
Folded.
folded, yeah.
Sharon gave that. Actually, she gave that to my dog Gronky, but Gronky has enough toys, and we decided it would look good right here in the bunker. So, Skull Mike Alex is going on to the felt. He was here the last 2 hours. We lost seat 4, so he's going to go on to the belt. Richard with ace 6 is going to make the 3 bet. Actually, no, he's raising, I thought. Yeah, 4 bet to 1900. Over to Pierre with ace jack suited. And looks like a call. 3,700 in the skillet. Heads up, Richard and Pierre, both with an ace. Pierre with ace jack, though.
Pierre decides to just smooth call, play the hand in position.
All hearts.
Give me 1 second, Rick.
Take your time. And Richard is going to win that. A rather large pot with the worst hand. Slick Rick running solo right now. We'll have somebody joining us. I know somebody loves it when we talk VPIP. There you see the VPIP on the screen. Run Pure just loves it when we do that. We're doing that just for Run Pure. Michelle in the box. On a Saturday night, 1,000 of you in the live chat. We already got to overtime. Thank you, each and every one of you. Joke of the night was, it was not the best effort. I will give you that. But, you know, told over 120 jokes on these live streams. The majority, the vast majority, are big-time hits. Last Wednesday night may have been an all-time best. You can look at 54 of the past jokes on my Instagram. I post them on my Instagram at Slick Rick Lodge. Got about 54 different jokes of the night. If you want to impress your neighbors or need a joke for a dinner party, I suggest you go to the vault. Ace 7-6, a couple of diamonds. J-Win with his pocket 5s in the lead. The two future fathers going at it. Both of their wives are about to give birth. J-Win calls the $100 bet. Another queen. So a queen for Bart. But there are 3 diamonds out there. Both players with a diamond. The diamond on the river could be trouble for J-Win. Bart's diamond is larger. Thank you, Fig Nuts. Thank you, Racer Nerd, and for helping out tonight, as always. If I don't say thank you, you know I mean it. We're helping be the moderator. I will put our chat community up against anybody's. For the most part, we have the best in the business. Bart Hanson bets 200. There's the diamond. So now both players hit their flush. This is what I was afraid of for J-Win. Bart's flush is the, what is that, the third nut? Makes the bet, quick call, and Bart wins with his 9 flush. As Michelle is going to call it a night. Thank you, Michelle. And we'll get a new dealer in the box. John, I believe that is true. Whoever is moderating deserves a raise. We do not pay the moderators. They do it for the love of the game. The truest chatters there are. Nuts and Glory, thank you for that comment. And we're going to do a single board bomb pot, and it looks like the tallest dealer in the country may be in the box. Clayton, 6'9", former college basketball player, now dealer extraordinaire. I believe that's Clayton from the overhead look. I'm just going to take a guess. It may not be. It may be John Good, now that I think of it. The overhead look is tough. Both John and Clayton like to wear that hat. I may have just made a big mistake. 10-8-6 on the flop. Straight draws for both King Kiah and JC. Straight draw also for Pierre. Pair of 8s for Bart. Pair of 6s for J-Win. A little something, something for everyone. No, Sharon's wall picture is not up yet. We still are waiting to take a few more pictures. We have to wait till 5 pictures are taken. We've got 8 wall pictures, each with 5 stream stars, and that is not Clayton in the box. Looks to be John Good in the box, who is not the tallest dealer in the country, and John Good did not play college basketball. So there you go. Yes, it is John Good. Thank you. John, the hot dog eating wonder. Damon, the tatted one, the hot dog eating wonder. Not dealing tonight. I don't know if Brad Owen is 6'10". Brad Owen is tall. Had lunch with he and Mimi when they were in town this summer. And don't think he's 6'10". King 4 and Quadrophenia. I thought somebody had quads. It was just trips. My goodness, I thought King Kiah had pocket kings. All he does is have trips. Premature Quadrophenia call. My mistake. Nobody has anything. And King Kiah is going to show his king. Actually shows his jack. Does not show the king. Wes Moran, if I drink beer, I like Dos Equis. not a big beer drinker, not a big drinker, period. But I've been known to sip on a little Crown Royal. And if it's a hot day and the beer is really cold, little Dos Equis. What is your brand, Wes? Yes, Fig Nuts, I did fire. I had premature celebration. Happens every now and then, even to the best of us. Uh-oh, King Kiah 7 deuce alert. We are playing the $100 from each player bounty if a player is to win with 7 deuce. Doesn't matter if it's suited or not. So heads up, 7 deuce versus ace queen. Not the best flop for him to fire again, but he's going to take another stab at it. Goes check, check, actually. 9 ball. Here comes the bet, 550. Cord with ace queen. Way in the lead here, but no way he knows that. Makes the call. Here's the river. 10 ball, so he may be able to, King Kiah with a big bet, may be able to get this through as Cord is just playing an ace. Queen. He makes the call. And Cord picks off the 7 deuce attempt. Got to give him credit, King Kiah, for making the valiant effort. 7 deuce goes down in flames with ace queen. Thank you, Emmanuel Scott. Texas right now does not doing too well in football. Funny, I was playing poker from a kid from Baylor yesterday here at the lodge, and he was just saying, oh, we own Texas. We beat them. I said, you know what? If Baylor beat Texas every year from now, 2021 to 2071, the series all time would be even. That's how much Texas has beaten Baylor over the years. So, yes, beat us when we're down right now. But you could win for the next 50 years, and the series would be tied at that point. So get all your Texas hate out for the Longhorns. Hey, I agree. They have not been a good football team for a long time, and it's tough as a Longhorn fan. Over to JC with queen 10. 50 to call, makes the call. Richard, actually it was a raise from JC to 150. Richard comes along. Yes, I know, Wes. I know Kansas beat Texas. I get it. I live in Austin. I'm a Longhorn fan. Graduated from UT. My son graduated from UT. My wife graduated from UT. I think I know a little something about the subject. Thanks for reminding me, though. Hello, Ann. Good to see you in the live chat. As Pierre takes down the pot. With the 7 deuce. So Pierre's going to win with the 7 deuce and take $100 from each player. Skull Mike will be taking that 4 seat. Slick Rick running solo right now, 10 o'clock Central Time. We are going to give you overtime, so we'll have another, I know, Wes. We have another hour of regular time, and then we'll go into the overtime. It's uncapped tonight, folks, so players can buy in for whatever they want. We had $70,000 on the table to start the game tonight, much, much more. Yellow chips are $1,000. Plum chips or purple chips are $500. Black chips are $100. Green chips are $25. Red chips are $5, and blue chips are $1. So those yellow chips, $1,000 a piece. If you are available out there, you make the offer. Wouldn't mind having you in the booth for a little while. E. McKenzie, if you truly want to come into the bunker and want to say hello to the people of Chatsville, come on in. We have a seat for you. Unless you're doing well out in the tournament or in the cash game. Don't want to take you away from that. Yeah, NSNS, we do have a rule that's not being followed right now about phones. We get it. There are phones on the rail right now, and they shouldn't be. But we have that rule. 3 of diamonds not being followed. JC, another 3 ball, so JC's going to win with 2 pairs. Jackson 3s. There you see the Lodge Mahal, the front half of the room. Slick's room up top. There you see Big Daddy D. Big Daddy D right there in the center of the screen, trying to lose weight, doing a great job. I think he's already down over 10 pounds. Just started. He's soon to be called Little Daddy D instead of Big Daddy D. JC, I believe, raised it to 100. The ladies. Six of clubs. So now, a pair of 5s versus the ladies. Looking for a 10 or a 5. Hits the 5. Cord gets there. Cord with a World Series bracelet in his possession from the Houston area. JC calls, and he's going to see the bad news. Shows the 5 for trips, and Cord goes, I did get there. And JC says, shows him the queens, and laughs. It happens. Shiny Flakes. This is at the Lodge Mahal, the Lodge Poker Club in Round Rock, Texas. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We were closed on Thanksgiving Day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., but back open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a social club, so basically a member becomes any person over the 18 or older can become a member. You pay a daily, monthly, or annual fee, and that's your membership fee. Then when you want to play cash, just $10 an hour. We don't take any rake. Immense value if you're a regular poker player and figure this out. How many hands are played and how much rake is taken off the table. Nothing is ever taken off the table from the establishment. You just pay after you play. You go up, they have you in computer, you say I'm leaving, checking out, they'll tell you how much you owe, $10 an hour. So an incredible value for a poker player to play in an hourly rate room, especially at $10 an hour. 337 is the flop. Trips for J-Win. Nailed that flop. I think last I checked, there were 50 plus clubs in Texas. We're one of the larger ones with 60, the ability to put 60 tables in this room. We don't have all 60 set up every day. But a very comfortable room nonetheless. Yeah, we're on Poker Atlas, so if you download Poker Atlas, and certainly if you've ever played in the Lodge and you do have Poker Atlas, we'd love for you to leave us a review. Lots of reviews. You can just, not our words, their words, 6 of spades. J-Win is going to win this pot. Yeah, just check out all the reviews, and if you have played here and you haven't given a review, we'd love for you to take a few minutes and leave a review of your experience that you had here. Big bet. 2K. JC says, is my ace-10 good here? Is this a bluff? He's going to lay it down. Marco Lou, yeah, but you didn't pay the whole night there, so think about it. Even if the average poker room takes, and this is on the low side, let's say they take $150 off the table for rake an hour. Number one, they're taking $150. They're almost taking, well, they're taking that off the table, number one. And number two, at the most here, at this table you're watching right now, there's 9 players, $90 will be paid by total per hour. So right there, just taking the rake versus the hourly that the players, that's value enough. But the bigger thing is no money is taken off the table. So the more money that stays on the table, obviously, the better. Yes, this game in particular, because we are on a stream and we're going to do single board bomb pots every orbit, and this is what I believe they're doing right now, the single board bomb pot. Every player puts $25 and they go straight to the flop, single board. John Good gives us the dealer. All right, have a seat, get your headset. A very special guest. Put that on there. E. McKenzie in the house. E, welcome to the bunker.
Good morning.
I don't think you've been in the new bunker. You might have been in the old bunker.
I have not. Not in the new one for sure.
Welcome, and playing a little 5-10-25 uncapped. A lot of action, a lot of chips in play right now. You played with nearly every player on this table, probably.
I think so. There's a couple of faces I don't recognize, but like the usuals, like that we can see here, like Pierre, Bart, King Kiah, J-Win, JC, all those guys. Played with them a bunch.
So Dos Hermanos for King Kiah. Bart with the ace. He's going to make a bet, and King Kiah says, I'm not going to try to hit my jack. But,
yeah, it's no 6-3, you know.
Exactly. King Kiah, we talked about that, floated 5 high against Skull Mike. Skull Mike flopped a set. King Kiah floated 5 high and hit runner wheel. You're familiar with hitting a wheel against one of our most famous hands. That may be
every now and again,
amongst one of the play hands of the year. We've got a couple that we're gonna have an undies show, you know, under the lights, but instead of an Emmy show, we're gonna call it undies, and we might have a hand of the year. I think the Rampage punt heard round the world. If you've ever seen that video, that clip, this is the man who hit the wheel. Now you did it twice. One was a punt.
I was gonna say the second one was the wheel. Yeah.
Yeah. But one was a punt. I think you had tripped kings or something?
Yeah, honestly, it was super funny. He just double floated me with ace high and then just check ripped the river.
The other one, he did have 2 pair.
Yeah, it was ace 9 again, and I did hit the wheel, but man, that was a lot of implied odds there.
Yeah. So you got famous from that for sure, because that I told him. Then here we go with the flop: Jack 10-9, couple of clubs, and a pair of jacks.
I like it.
For Bart, pair of 10s for King Kiah, and both with the open ender. See what happens here. Very interesting hand.
Is it bad? I just wanted a queen for some amount of blood.
Exactly. Queen would definitely be an interesting card. $275 is a bet from Bart. Way ahead. King Kiah has 9 outs.
Cool.
There's a king, so we're going to have a chop city. Both players think they just got there. We might see a big raise from King Kiah.
I sure hope so. I just want one of them to push the other one off of it, you know?
Be interesting.
Blood.
They're just going to
He just called,
chop.
Nope. Bart's been around too long to play that game.
Exactly. So, did you play the tournament? How many bullets did you fire?
I only played today. I played 1 bullet. Man, I thought I was going to win this tournament for the first 4 levels.
Yeah.
And level 4, I think I had 200K.
Wow.
200, 400. So I was just like, all right, I had aspirations of trying to catch Nate.
Yeah.
You know.
Nate's
and
got
then
1.2 million going into day 2.
Then Big Daddy Alex came in the box. Just cooled me right off. And, 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
Then he left, and I was like, man, I have 12 big blinds, man. What did you do to me?
Oh my goodness.
It was rough. But, that's tournaments. You're not going to win 99% of them. So.
Well, yeah, and you're definitely not going to win a tournament on day 1.
Yeah.
But, you gotta get chips, and that's the whole idea.
I knew I was forgetting something.
Stacking chips.
Keeping the chips.
Yeah. I didn't do well either. I lost with a boat. I fired a bullet the other day. But it's fun.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get the Grand Poobah to just blacklist me from tournaments.
The Brown Gent says it's so funny. When it happened and chat said it was a punt, Slick Rick said it wasn't a punt. I don't know if I said that. If I did.
Are they referring to when he double floated me, or when it was just a wheel versus 2 pair?
Yeah, I mean the wheel versus 2 pair was not a punt. I will stand by that. He had aces and 9s. That was not a punt. And what I love most about what transpired on that hand, the first hand, the punt heard round the world, was the total ownership of Ethan, otherwise known as Rampage. He put a vlog out, which, number one, vlogs are tough to begin with. Everybody sees how you play, and you get critiqued, and joked about, but his honesty, brutal honesty of saying, you know what, I'm still new to the game. I totally screwed up. It may be the biggest mistake I've ever made in poker. He took total ownership with it rather than try to explain, well, here's what I thought E had, and here's how I thought I could get him off. He said it was the biggest mistake I made in poker. And that's what I love about his vlogs, just the honesty he has. And I think that's why people love his vlogs.
Yeah, I think, it's good to just we're all going to make mistakes, and you just have to own up to them. If you don't, then, you're never going to improve, and, it's whatever. And in the grand scheme of things, he's going to be okay. It's 10K.
Of course.
He's going to be all right.
He's going to be all right. He's done very well in a couple tournaments. Since then, he's won a WSOP bracelet and finished very high in another tournament. Here's a 5 of clubs. So now a wheel for Bart Hanson.
Right.
Bart's heating up here. Makes it 300. Going to be tough for Zach to get away from this.
He may raise. No? Okay.
Just call.
I wouldn't have hated a raise.
Now there's a board pair, but Bart's still with the wheel. What I've noticed when Bart's played on our streams, and he's played a lot with us, is that generally he gets a lot of respect for his bets.
Yeah, he mostly keeps his VPIP low and doesn't do anything too squirrely. But I guess, occasionally he'll come out with some creative stuff.
Right.
But, he's just playing for so long, and, it kind of grows with you. Your play will grow with you. And what I mean by that is, now he's, becoming, an older guy.
Right.
He's not one of the young guns anymore,
right.
And, now he's I believe he's about to have a kid,
right.
very, very soon.
In the next day or so.
Yeah.
That's that close.
Yeah, so, if he's on kind of beeper watch, I guess, for everyone that's way too old, congrats to him, obviously, for it. But when you get into this stage of life, you kind of just, you don't go wild anymore. You turn into the Kanish,
Yeah.
You don't want to go back to the truck.
Exactly.
What is Zach's info? Is he a new guy here? Is he visiting? Is he? They're working with us. He's part of the Poker Unicorns group. Ah, yeah. I think they actually sent me something in the mail.
Yeah. They play poker. They've done 2 streams with us already. They're going to do a 3rd next month. And
cool.
They basically bring business people in a lot in the cryptocurrency world, and they do different things, and poker is one of them. It's kind of a networking event, and so it's been a good partnership so far with Poker Unicorns, and Zach is part of that, and they just enjoy basically commandeering our table for their. We partner with them, so it's a good relationship, and they bring their players, and we give them a couple players. If they can't fill the table, we'll put some people we think would work good. So we're going to do it again for our 3rd time next month.
Sure. Sorry, Pratt. I didn't mean to personally offend you. I'm falling into that category, man. I'm in my 30s now, so I'm getting there.
Tell us a little bit about your poker experience. I don't know much about it. What you play professionally, but when did you start? Where are you from? Give us the deets.
So I started playing, not professionally, but I learned as a kid. And then by the time I think I was 14 or 15, I was very much illegally playing online.
Okay. Where from? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in a town called Old Hickory, Tennessee.
Really?
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Wow.
And I had to get out of there. Wow. So I was.
Isn't Rick Barnes from there?
I don't know.
The former UT basketball coach and now Tennessee. I want to say
it
he's
definitely
from there.
could be. It definitely could be.
Tennessee.
That's the only people that ever left that place were anyone that was involved in sports.
Okay.
Everyone ended up moving to Knoxville, and
so where is it in the state?
it's 30 minutes east of Nashville.
Okay, so it's not in the middle of nowhere.
Back when I was growing up, it was in the middle of nowhere. Now there's all sorts of stuff.
Right.
When I lived there was 2,000, 2,400 people in the town. and now I think it's like 25,000 or something.
Okay.
It blew up. So
Richard with Big Slick. Hold that thought. We'll get back to it. Richard with Big Slick.
Oh, J1 just gives it up.
Over to Skull Mike with 5-3.
They're playing the 7 deuce game or no?
Yes, they are.
Oh, J1 just gave it up, man.
Yep, they are.
Disappointed. Is he stuck?
J1, I believe, is stuck.
Okay.
Over to King Kai. King Kai with ace-3 offsuit will come along. So an ace on the board here would be exciting.
Right? Let's do that.
Over to JC.
Ace Queen 3 or something.
that would be good.
No, I like JC. Not too much blood. I like King Kai too. That guy cracks me up.
King Kai is an action player. Jack 10-6.
Okay.
Big Slick still in the lead.
Both of them have the backdoor flush draw too.
Yep. Checked all the way around to the turn. There's the 10 ball. So now pair of 10s out there. Big Slick still way out front. Just can't know that right now. King Kai may take a stab at this.
I think JC is probably more likely. Yeah.
And he does. Good call there. Looks like about 800 maybe.
Yeah, this is Richard's the other one I don't know either.
700.
I don't think I've ever played with Richard.
Yeah. Makes the call.
I like it.
So we're going to go to the river. JC looking for 9 outs.
All right.
And that's Chop City. 2 pair with the ace now for both players.
Can we get him off the chop? Is that possible?
It is a heart. So maybe if somebody had hearts. A lot of purple chips just went in there.
I dig it.
Looks like about 4,000. It is. 8 plums go in the middle.
JC's
and
so
he
good.
does get rid of it. What a bet. JC just saw the money out there.
JC is some kind of good at this game. I think he also has like a pretty big online background. But man, he kind of just showed up here one day and was like, "Hey man, I'm here to
here to crush."
Yeah, you know, like the old phrase, like I'm here to fuck things up and chew bubble gum. I'm out of bubble gum. You know? And I mean, he really has. I know he's been deep in the PLO streets lately. Man, those Instagram posts and stuff make me jealous. Good
G
Lord.
Monkey, Kristen Stein's in the chat. Hello, Kristen Stein. How are you doing? How's that pool coming along? Thousand people in the live chat. So Hickory, Tennessee, Old Hickory, Tennessee.
Oh yeah, Old Hickory.
And
Yeah.
so you're playing illegally online.
Yep, definitely not legal.
And then how did you get to Texas?
So it was kind of weird. I had a football scholarship to go play at UT, and ended up tearing my ACL like apart.
Did you really? What
yeah.
position?
I was a defensive end.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean it was going to be great, you know, but it was not to be. So ended up not doing that. It basically just had some older friends that were just playing online, and I was like, you know, this is cool and all, but like, you know, what do we do from here? Then online poker got shut down. At the time, the bump in place was Florida.
Right.
You know, so I moved to Florida. That was awesome. Yeah, I kind of got into some different companies. As far as like just a managerial or ownership role, and spent some time doing that, but
that is not
not a club.
A club.
Not
so
a club.
JC's going to win this hand as long as he stays in. Check from Zach. So you still in Florida? You were working and still playing?
Oh yeah. So yeah, I mean I got in this company called Happy Viking Games. We were buying and selling like trading card games like Magic the Gathering and Pokemon and stuff like that. But then I went back to poker because I like it too much. You know, so I sold my shares of that, got out. Then I was going to move out to Vegas, you know, the old rounder's dream. and realized that, man, that was just a waste.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird happenstance. I happened to stop in Austin like while I was physically moving to Vegas. And I was actually in contact.
The Poker Traveler, one of my favorites out there. Such a nice guy.
Same.
Ace, ace, ace on the flop. King Kiah with his king. Way out in front. Bart looking for 4 outs. Nobody's making a bet. There you go. King Kiah makes the bet there, and he's going to take it down. Seti was, I think Seti might have bagged in the San Antonio version of the I-35 Cup. Seti, what is your bag that you're going to take to day 2, and hope to see you in one of the 18? You know, we're going to have to talk some smack, San Antonio versus Austin.
I'm really glad that no one took my bet. I offered everyone, like at Rounders, I was like messaging JT and those guys, and I was like, could you do like a Team Austin and Team San Antonio thing and whatever, and like nobody would take the action, and now I feel like a genius.
Well, the thing is, he honestly, because about twice as many people played in this tournament from the Lodge as did Rounders. The final 9, there's going to be huge chip variations, disparities between Rounders and Lodge, because there's just more chips in play that the 9 players could win. So it's going to be tough for a Rounders player, unless, you know,
I mean, maybe they'll go Phil Nate and just.
They could. Joe S. said he's never seen anything like that. The 1.2
I've never
million.
even heard of anything like that. Someone having 2/3 of the chips on day 1. Are you kidding me?
That's funny.
They're talking about rip stream. Is this stream works for me?
Yeah, just refresh if that is.
Yeah.
John G says Skull Mike isn't Skull Mike without the shades. There he is. Skull Mike wasn't necessarily wanting to play tonight, even though on the stream. Sometimes he really wants to play. Other nights he doesn't, and he wasn't hoping to play. We always hope that we feel. Lambarenzo was about to play on the stream, but he hopped into the tournament. He spent 2 months out in Vegas.
Wow.
I mean, and he killed it. He had a great tournament run and also killed it on the craps table with the Lambo system that he has.
The Lambo system.
I keep saying,
I love it.
Vegas sends limos for people with systems. 2 pair for Skull Mike. He's going to win this pot. But, yeah, he said in his 2 months, in his craps sessions, he won about $60K. So good job for
That
Lambarenzo.
pays for the 2 months. There you go.
And then he finished 3rd in a WSOP event for about 88,000. So he had a good run. There you see the Lodge cam, front half of the room. Got a lot of cash games tonight. Lots of poker being played. You know, it was a dreary day here in Austin.
Yeah, perfect
cold.
for poker.
It's perfect. I mean, I knew it was going to be packed to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
But a day like today when it's a little dreary out.
What's up, John? I have no idea which John that is. Let's be real. Yeah, Skull came in and asked me. I was playing on the 1-3 game out there, which, man, I really wish people would understand these games. This is great. These like this 1-3 game where I just I have like $6,000 in the game for some reason. He came around, asked me if I wanted to play, and I was like, well, I'm gonna be honest, man. I have a little sweat action on 1 or more players, so probably not want to jump in the mix there.
So they say that it cut out on you while you were talking about on its way to Vegas. He just didn't have much luck in Vegas with, not necessarily on the felt, but in life.
Oh,
some personal things happened with regards to a condo that fell through that he was going to.
Yep. I immediately got sick, which was conveniently like 3 months before COVID existed. So I'm not saying I was patient zero, but it's possible.
And then he just came back. I didn't know that. I thought you'd been in town a lot longer than that.
No. I mean, I think I got here. Man, it was like after the summer of 2019, like after the series was over, I came back here and then got a place. And then, we went on lockdown like February.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was like October, November, like maybe 4 months. Maybe I had 4 months instead of 3. But, you know, it's whatever. It wasn't meant to be. I wasn't supposed to be there.
So
This
Pierre,
this is a cooler.
2 pair for Pierre and for King Kai.
Yeah, that's a sick 8 river right there. Zach is questioning why he's even in their hand right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I'm sorry, gentlemen, I didn't mean to get in your pot here.
It's a big raise to 1,800. King Kai is going to definitely call here, I believe. He thinks the 8 will got there for him.
Yeah, I would say minimum he's going to call. But given his aggressive nature, it's certainly possible that he just puts in a raise. You know, thinking that Pierre's just holding like a strong ace.
Right. I don't know. He's looking at his cards like folding time.
I think he's just giving off some fake tells here.
Yeah, it's too tough for him to fold 2 pair. Looks like he's just calling chips. The 3 plums would be a call.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just have to call and shrug it off, but like, he really is just super aggro sometimes. Maybe he's sniffing it out. Who knows? This would be a sick fold. Especially against Pierre. More than capable of not having it here. And just understanding the dynamic of what's going on. Oh my.
Wow. That's an interesting fold from King Kai.
Whoa.
Shows the 2 pair. And Pierre says, should have paid me off.
Wow.
How can you lay down a monster?
Whoa. Man, that surprised me.
1,000 in the live chat. 10:34 Central Time. We'll go to 11 Central. Another 30 minutes of regulation, and then give you some overtime since we got there. Got there early. We got there about 400 likes by 9:30, I believe the time was.
Yeah, yeah.
We're sitting at 502 likes. Thank you so much for watching. Over 1,000 in the live chat.
We could probably get like 50 more.
Oh yeah. Well,
Guys, just go ahead and get 50 more so I can take credit for it.
that was a great fold. So, you play, how many times a week do you play, E?
Honestly, it kind of varies. Sometimes it's 1, and sometimes it's just like all of the days. It's really weird. I think in 2021, I think I've only played like 600 total hours across like every game.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
There was a couple of times where, like once for sure, there was like a good 6 weeks I think where I just didn't play.
Right.
I had like some personal stuff going on, and I was like, you know what, my head's not in the game. I'm not doing it. From that point, it was just kind of hit or miss, hit or miss. We went to Florida for a couple of weeks, I guess. You know, and it was just, man, that's so much fun. I'm so glad things are getting back to normal-ish,
Yeah.
you know.
How are you hooked up with, what is your connection with Solve for Why?
Oh, it's just with Berkey. You know, I met him and Chin and Landon, who, man, I've gotten much closer to Landon lately. That guy's
He's here in Austin all the time.
Yeah. He was. He stayed with Aaron and I last time he was here, and man, that kid is a trip. That kid is a trip. He's just a gold mine of information. But if you can like direct him in the right way, you know what I mean?
How
like,
old is Landon?
I think he's like 22.
Wow.
23.
Incredible.
I mean, he reminds me like similarly of Westlake, where like
Right.
you know when. I mean, obviously, like, man, Westlake's so good at this game. Like, but it's just unreal that I think that once, like, people like Landon get a grip on the social aspect and just, like, being more sociable with people and stuff.
Right.
Like, man, I think he's just going to become a killer. You know, and, like, that's, like, the only thing that people ever – that I ever hear, I guess. Maybe no one's telling me anything. That's the only downfalls that I ever hear people talking about with Matt is just that, like – yeah, man, he just, like, sits there and wears headphones, so, like, you know, whatever. But, I mean, man, he just plays his game well, and he kills all of us, so I can't really fault him.
Right. I'm more of a, you know, obviously I don't play at your stakes. I don't play at this stake. I play at a lower stakes, but I'm just a big believer in poker as a social game, and it's for entertainment. Yes. Do you want to win? Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I realize some people, this is their living. It's
Of
not
course.
mine.
Yeah.
If I lose on the poker felt, it doesn't affect me. It affects me in my mindset. But I'm gonna be able to make my rent. I understand that people
Right.
are playing for a living.
Right.
But I like a more friendly table, talkative.
Yeah, of course.
What's going on, and I think pros in general. I've been noticing a lot, especially when we bring in somebody like Chance Corneth into the lodge, and I just noticed that he never gets mad at a player who sucks out at him.
Justin Young.
Justin Young, same way.
Man, that guy is the hero of that concept.
And it's just like it's almost as if they're applauding it and saying, "Wow, amazing play," instead of saying, "How could you call me with a two-outer?" and getting all upset about it,
of course,
and trying to justify their smartness for the game. They say, "You know what? Fantastic call," because in the long run, they want them to make those calls.
Of course.
And
I mean, it's a thing that I think, and I wish I could remember exactly how Bones phrased it, but he's just like, man, sometimes you just have to pull these like the new kids on the block aside and be like, hey, look, man, you gotta stop. Like, you gotta stop berating the other players.
Right.
Like first of all, in general, just don't do that. Like, that's a dick move.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like if someone like Chance or any of these elite level players don't ever berate anyone, why should you?
Right.
Like who are you to them?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, who am I to them? Like why would I do that?
And at the end of the day, I've never known a situation where any comment other than good hand was met with any type of legitimacy if you're trying to berate somebody's play.
Right.
It just never comes across like you think it will. Like, you want people to think, oh, he's a great player, of course. How could that guy have called that? Everybody knows that already. But by you drawing attention to it, just makes you look bad.
Right.
The whole table knows they made a bad call.
Oh, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of times where, like, someone will call off, like, 3,500 on the river with, like, third pair.
Right.
And you're like, okay, well, you just happen to catch, like, Pierre or whoever bluffing. But, like, we all just kind of lock eyes, like, cool.
Right.
Like, so now we know what's going on with that guy. Which is great. But
I definitely noticed that with Chance and Justin. And for the most part, I think here at the Lodge and in Austin in general, we still have the majority, 90% of the room are people who are just coming in for just some fun. A couple times a week.
Yeah.
Lose a little money, win a little money. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
That's 90% of the room that we have. Which,
yeah, of course.
And then
it's probably more than that.
Yeah. So 6, 7, 8 on the flop, another 6 ball.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for like a heart or something. A little 10 of hearts for a sweat would have been cool, but. And I briefly heard when I was listening to this before, you said Cord is a guy who already has like a bracelet this year or something?
Yeah.
Or was it this year? Or?
I don't know if it was this year. I think 2015.
15, okay.
I believe. He's got like over $2 million in earnings and a bracelet.
Sick.
So he's legit. And we just found out about him today and said he was here in town and wanted to play. It's as easy as that. Jacob asks you, E, what's one tip you can give on how to dominate games like 1-3 and 2-5?
Well, my official answer is you should check out solveforwhy.tv.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, little shameless plug. But no, I mean it's. I would say there's plenty of skills, like things that are just kind of simple, but I guess need to be stated sometimes. Like bankroll management is probably the reason that most people who try to make the transition fail. They just fail to keep up their own finances, really. I mean, because I guess they just don't think about it like they're operating themselves as a business. And they just kind of like take whatever extra money they have for the week. If they're up for the week, they'll play bigger. If they're down, they may play bigger because they're stuck, or they might play smaller because they don't have much money, et cetera, et cetera. But I'll get back to that. We got some something developing.
How about them Cowboys?
King Kai with the Cowboys, 3-bet to 675. J-Win's going to get rid of his ace deuce. Zach, don't know what Skull Mike with another ace. A7. No way he calls this.
Nah, he just wants some TV time. It's okay,
Yeah,
buddy.
he needs
We
the
understand.
TV time. Wearing the Run Good hoodie. And they're
So
saying,
it looks like a side bet of some kind,
I
yeah.
think they're saying that maybe they thinking somebody has 7 deuce here.
Oh, yeah.
King Kiah, they're playing with 7 deuce, getting the $100 bounty ready. Zach,
I was going to
can't
say,
go
yeah,
anywhere.
2 aces folded, so this is going to be tough.
Ooh,
Okay.
straight draw though.
Let's go.
For Zach.
Oh, boy.
One ace
man.
remaining.
Oh, my God.
Seti Maggette
This could get expensive.
for King Kiah. This is going to get, oh, check, check.
What?
5 ball. Now 3 diamonds are out there.
Where's the pot, guys?
1,400. This should have been much bigger on
Oh,
that turn.
yeah. King Kiah trying to get all sneaky with it here.
800.
Putting a little raise. Probably like to see like maybe like 2,000.
2,500.
That's fine too.
No, Skull Mike is not commentating. That's E in the bunker with me. He shows the Seti Maggette, and Zach says that
Yeah,
king,
fed up
how
with
could that
that.
king come?
Right.
So, you know, one of the things that I do that I know is a fault. I've been playing for 35 years. So you're in your 30s. I've probably been playing longer than you've
Longer
been
than
alive.
I've been alive, yeah.
So, but I know this of my game, and I can't. I'm trying to work on it. I call way too much, and I don't raise nearly enough.
Okay.
It's just part of me in the game. And there's an old saying: if you're afraid of the dog, it will bite you. I'm always afraid if I raise, you know, something bad is going to happen. and I've tried lately to shake things up, not call nearly as much. If I come into a pot, I'm coming in raising.
Yeah, you got to come in hot.
You know, and that's, to me, that's part of my game that I have to adjust. If I'm going to, you know, I win, obviously, you know, and I lose, obviously, but I wouldn't say I'm consistent in one way or the other.
Well, you know, Rick, they say that the first step to resolving your problem is admitting you have one. So,
The problem with me is I like to see flops. I like flops.
Look,
I cannot lie.
nothing wrong with that.
And so I play in the 1-2 game primarily here at the Lodge. When I was out in Vegas, I played in the 2-5 game, and I did very well in it. But it was the same game.
I was going to say.
It's the same game as the 1-2 here at the Lodge.
Yeah, I had to get into like it was like a 10-20-40 at the win just to like equate to like a 2-5 game here, you know?
It's crazy.
It was nuts, man.
5 of diamonds. Skull Mike out of the hand. King Kiah and Bart Hanson. Ooh, there's the straight for both players.
Again. Can we just stop chopping pots? Did he bet pot just now? Hell yeah.
Bart looking back and saying,
just
do I
call.
really have the 4?
Just call.
Chop City.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, as far as, you know, it sounds like you've got a handle on what you need to change. So just, you know, make your adjustment. Also, can we get a screenshot of this and send it to Skull down there?
Oh, Skull Mike.
I don't ever want to hear anything else.
Skull Mike. Yeah, Skull Mike is 5% more than a dead man.
Jesus.
In this VPIP, we got one viewer who just cannot stand. When we do the VPIP.
Why?
They just don't feel like it's really a big part of the game. It doesn't.
Okay.
It just, you know,
Oh.
they have their different views on.
I was going to say we've all been wrong. I've been wrong, but this time they're wrong, so it's okay.
Fletcher Parkin says, Rick, with complete respect, have you honestly played in poker rooms for 35 years? I'm feeling bad now for only 32 years in underground and casino room. I want to say my first time, well, playing poker, probably 1982. So what is that? Oof. 18 plus 21. That's 39 years.
39.
And then since going to Vegas, probably 1984. 1995 was my first trip to Vegas.
Man, it's not even the same place.
So,
Not
no,
even
no.
close.
No, there are so many casinos that I stayed in that aren't even there anymore.
Right.
But
yeah, mine used to be the Frontier when I was younger.
Yeah.
And then that one got knocked down. I think we stayed at Stardust.
yeah,
once or twice,
Stardust
too.
was my casino because
Yeah.
I got treated very. I used to play table games back when
Ah.
I was younger.
Yeah.
I would.
There you
There was an America West flight that left Austin.
America West.
It left Austin at 10:55 in the evening, got to Vegas at midnight, and then coming back, it would leave at 2:30 in the morning and land in Austin at 6. So I would do
Perfect.
that, leave on Friday, get there at midnight on Friday, and then take it straight into work because we didn't work remotely. We actually went into an office back
Yeah.
then, and I
Oh,
would do that 5
Man.
straight.
JC is just getting the beats. He's getting beaten down.
There is a straight on the board, but the 9 from Zach is going to make his a little bit higher.
Gotta bet something like, not that. That's not.
Yeah, Wes, they did have $2 blackjack. Tell you a great story after this hand from my time at the Stardust.
Yeah, JC has that look like, man, something smells fishy here.
Yeah.
But is it fishy because he has the 9, or is it fishy because he just wants you to fold?
Yeah.
You know?
Jeez, he's trying to
See,
figure it out.
look at him. He looks too happy. Yeah. I think he just caught a little look over there and was like, you know what, man, you look too happy.
So when I'm at the Stardust, this was back, God, I want to say in the early 90s. I went with a friend, a buddy. And, I used to get room food and beverage, everything comped. Their gourmet steak room, everything. Just sign the ticket. And went with a buddy. We went to the show. It was Don Rickles. Was in the show. And
Wow. I haven't heard that name.
And so I knew there was something up because we were in the back, and all of a sudden the maitre d' comes up to him and says, guys, we've got an opportunity. We've got 2 seats up in the front row. Do you guys want to go? And we said, sure, Don Rickles, we'll go for sure, front row. Well, it was a setup because Rickles pulled my ass up on stage. And if you know anything about Don Rickles, he completely humiliates anybody who brings up on stage. That was his shtick. That was his whole act, was to humiliate and make fun of anybody who brings. So I was laughing so hard up on stage. I looked down and the lights are so bright. I could only see my friend in the front row, and he fell off his chair laughing so hard. He literally fell off his chair. So fast forward 2 hours. We're eating after the show in the gourmet room. Who walks in? Don Rickles.
Don Rickles, yeah.
Walks in with Bonnie Hunt, who is the sister in Jerry Maguire, and
Oh,
Kevin
yeah.
Pollak. You know Kevin Pollak,
Yep.
who was in A Few Good Men.
Few Good
He
Men,
was-
yeah.
So they all 3 walk in with their entourages and eat. The only people eating in the gourmet room are me and my buddy and them. So my buddy says, you got to go up to Rickles. You were in his show. Go get a picture with him. This time, we didn't have phones with cameras, so you actually took a picture with the camera. And I certainly went up to him, and Bonnie Hunt says, I will take a picture of you and Don together, and I will mail it to you. This is Bonnie Hunt. Wow. Jerry Maguire. I said, sure you will. Sure enough,
Right.
the next week I get an envelope. It's a picture, developed picture of me and Don Rickles, and Bonnie Hunt sends me a signed picture of her in the mail. And there was my
Wow.
Don Rickles story at the Stardust in the early 90s. Yeah, I was working for the San Antonio Spurs at the time, and he asked me what I did for the Spurs, and I said, I'm the point guard. And he didn't like that. He said, I do the jokes on this stage. So J-Win with pocket tens again. This is the 3rd or 4th time J-Win has had pocket tens tonight.
Is it really?
King deuce 3, couple of spades.
I think I did see the one where he flatted when Pierre decided to 4-bet ace 9. Pierre's such a monster, man. Just puts people in I mean, he does, like you guys say, he just puts people in blenders all the time. You know, he will test you.
Michael, you pay your time. unless you pick up and tell them you're leaving, if you just leave your chips on and take a 30-minute late break, you still will pay the time.
Yeah, just rack up.
Just rack up if you're going to be gone for an hour or so.
Yeah, just rack up, go eat, come back, man. No big. Just put your name on the list as a call-in. You know, you can use Poker Atlas, which you know, I'm hopefully gonna maybe have something kind of going on with them. We'll see how that goes, but definitely use Poker Atlas to just put your name on the list. I mean, I recommend that to everybody anyway. Dude, that app is so sick. It's like it's just Bravo, but better.
It's better. It's so much better, and it's amazing that only 3 or 4 casinos in Vegas have gone to it. It is pretty amazing. Those guys from Poker Atlas who came in,
yeah, John,
were real fun to work with, and great guys.
Yeah, John seems great.
And John played on the stream a couple times, and we're going to be doing lots with Poker Atlas. But the greatest thing about Poker Atlas is you can claim your seat before. It's like pre-ordering.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love not having to call and try to talk to someone, and they're like, "Hello, yes." And you're like, you know, when you try to call these Vegas rooms, and they're like, "I can't hear you. You gotta what game do you want? What's your name?" And I'm like, "E." And they're like, "Ian." I'm like, "No, God, man. I swear, it's not my name."
Thank you, Fletcher, for that comment. King 8 ace. Yeah, people. Oh, 7 deuce alert. Pierre trying to get the $100 bonus from everybody.
He's giving it a shot, but JC's not having it.
He could try to make another play here.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do it again. You got
checks. Ooh, and now it's over. JC's going nowhere now.
Yeah.
He's going to try to make a try for it. Maybe he can. I don't.
Yes, sir. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
7 deuce fails again. Yeah, let's see. So I stayed in the Stardust, no longer there. I stayed at the Dunes, which is no longer there. That's now the Bellagio.
Yeah.
I stayed at the Aladdin, no longer there. That's Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, the Aladdin. Oh.
Where else did I stay that's no longer? Oh, the El Rancho, which is now, I believe, the Venetian, or it could be Encore.
That would make sense.
And, of course, Stardust is now Resorts World. Yeah.
That place is nuts.
I did stay at the Riviera once, which was across the street from the Stardust.
I remember that.
Stayed in Bob Stupak's Vegas World, which is now the Stratosphere.
I was like, I've never even heard of that.
Bob Stupak. Here's the deal with Bob Stupak's Vegas World. They would give you 3 nights at their place.
Yeah.
When you got there, they gave you $350. It was $300 to go, but when you got there, they gave you $350 in gaming chips that you would have to play.
Okay.
So basically, what I did is I put half on red, half on black, and got 170. And covered the green just in case, on roulette.
Yeah, may as well.
And got 175 of it right back. So now I'm in for about $150 for 3 nights. Wasn't bad. But back then, Vegas was a lot cheaper.
Yeah, that's when you could get the old $1.99 steak dinner.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Steak dinner.
Everything was free.
Everything was, and the comps were ridiculous. That's why I said I wasn't even that big of a blackjack player. I probably played 25, 50 a hand.
I was going to say.
And I was literally, we would go to the steakhouse and we'd get a lobster appetizer, lobster bisque, lobster, and then just sign for it.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
It was nuts back then, man. Even for me, it was nuts back then. And that was, it sounds like long after you were there all the time. But
Orange Foulius with a $1.99 super chat. These streams and comments help with my anxiety. Thanks, guys. Well, that's a kind thing to say. Thank you.
Nice. That's nice. PM Lover, yeah, I do have a social media account. It's Real E. McKenzie on Instagram.
Slick Rick, was the Dunes the best place to play at? No. When I was there, the Dunes was kind of a dump. They had, when the casinos finally realized that they're not going to be there much, kind of like the Rio. The Rio realizes their days are kind of numbered, and it's a dump, right? So
I'm glad you said it. I didn't want to say it.
I mean, look. It's not a nice place.
I'm excited the series is moving. That's all I'm saying. I'm excited it's not there anymore.
But, it's people saying it's at Bally's in Paris. It's really behind Harrah's in the convention center.
Right, it's in the convention
yeah,
center.
So
I don't know that side very well. I'm never
Yeah.
over there. I'm always on the Aria Bellagio side.
But think about it. Everybody who's staying on the Strip now, you don't have to take a cab or an Uber to the Rio. You don't have to, it
And
was
you don't have
always
to stay
a
at
pain.
the Rio.
Yeah, it was always a pain to get to the Rio.
Yeah.
Now, anybody on the Strip is going to be able to walk to, and that's happening in May. 3,000 is
I
the
know.
bet.
Yeah, that's going to sneak up on us for sure. This is a sick hand.
This is. King Kai calls the $3,000.
We get some bloody rivers for sure.
That's not one of them.
That's not it.
Deuce of diamonds.
Not sure
Oh,
what
yeah.
I would want to do here.
Yes, and I agree. The Imperial Palace was a dump, and that they had controversy left and right. The Imperial Palace, the owner would actually have Nazi themed parties, and they would dress up.
Get
They
out
got
of here.
They got into big trouble for that.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah, because they used to have that car collection, which he had a bunch of cool cars, but they used to dress up, and they got into trouble. The gaming commission fined them a lot of money. But yeah, Imperial Palace, that was a dump. Now that is the what is the one where's the Ferris wheel?
The link?
The Link.
Yeah.
The Link is kind of where the Imperial Palace was.
Okay.
Harrah's was known as the Holiday Inn Casino. It was the it was the Riverboat Casino. So yeah, there was.
Oh, I didn't
Caesars was Caesars.
I didn't catch that Skull Mike upgraded to 9%. Good for you, buddy. Snuck a hand in there somewhere.
But everybody would walk along the sidewalks of. They didn't have any over the bridge kind of things back then. I hope that a lot of poker players don't get robbed with the WSOP on the Strip now. I hope that's not the case, but you never know.
I'd very much be willing to pay some extra rake if they would put a lot of full-time security out there.
Yeah. Seti Maggette for Cord.
I think everybody would.
Yeah.
But dude, I tell everybody, whether you're here or in Vegas or Florida or anywhere, man, if you are leaving a casino or a poker room or whatever, just swallow your pride and ask one of the dudes with guns to walk you to your car.
Yeah.
Who cares, man?
Did you hear this crazy story from Sean Deeb that he was actually in his hotel room and got
someone
robbed?
came in his room.
That's the scary thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just have to be working with someone, right? That works at the Rio.
I mean,
there's no other way.
That's just wrong, and there's really not much they did about it. As far as I know, 1,500 is the bet from Cord.
Yeah, I remember reading that that thread, and then I talked to Landon about it briefly, but I mean, man, that thread was nuts. He was just yeah, we told everyone, and they're couldn't really see anything. He's like, what the hell do you mean you can't see? What?
Yeah.
Don't you have cameras in the hallway, on the elevators?
That just freaks me out. Somebody's in your room while you're sleeping. I mean, that's.
Yeah. There's been some weird stuff going on lately. I had an interesting article about a specific room in Houston that I guess is capping the amount of cash outs.
I couldn't believe that when I read that.
I could definitely believe it because they tried to do it to me while I was down there for the series at Prime.
I mean, how can you do that? Obviously you can. If people aren't going, you can do it once. Players aren't going to come back.
Yeah, I mean, people were they were like, what causes that? And I was like, well, man, they just have a bunch of credit.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of players playing on credit, and they just don't pay.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't give out that much credit if you can't cover it.
The lodge doesn't do any of that. All the money that people buy into,
absolutely not. That's what I love about
kept here.
That's why I love the rooms, man.
Yeah.
I've started to despise these private games because it's man, half the actual competition is getting your money
Yeah.
You know? And I'm just like, dude, I'll just cash out at the end of the night, put my money in the box, I'll walk out empty-handed. Like, you want to rob me, man? Cool, you got my $50 backpack. It's yours.
Well, and,
and my hoodie.
Well,
you win.
The thing about private rooms is if they don't extend credit, they can't have a game.
Right.
Because they want people to lose, to throw the party, basically. And if somebody's not going to, if somebody loses his 2 buy-ins and you don't give them any credit, the game's over. So they have to give credit, whereas.
Sure. I mean, I'm fine with, like, some credit being extended, but, man, like, people just don't pay.
Right.
Like, why are you letting the casual rec player who, you know, works a job where he makes, let's just say makes $100K a year, why are you giving him $80,000 in credit?
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? How does that happen?
Well, shame on them. And we're obviously, folks, we're talking about any private games. Or, you know, I used to play in a private game years and years and years here in Austin, but ever since the poker clubs have come up, there's really just no reason to. Number one, you know, I don't want to, you know, shine any badness on anybody who does a private game, but, you know, the rake, $10 an hour just blows away any type of rake game you'll ever play in. And
100%.
We have security here, and it's just, you just feel like it's
and you cash out at the end of the night. I mean, it's just, it's great.
You get paid.
There's food in the back. There's, you know, I mean, there's everything, man. The only thing, if I can nitpick, is just that there's people who want alcohol at 3 in the morning and there's no way to get it. You know?
Yep.
And I'm just like, man, I know there's just no way to do it, though. You know, there's no way to do it. Because, like, even the rooms like Rounders, who, you know, they have the bar, but, like, they got to close.
They got to close.
You know? But it's unfortunate that, you know, 3 o'clock rolls around and someone's like, all right, I'm out of White Claws. And I'm just like, damn it. It's like I'd pay a lot of money for some White Claws right now for this person.
That is true.
I need to just start bringing them.
Yeah.
Just load them up.
Diamond draw now for Zach. Pair of kings for King Kiah.
With the king of diamonds, too. So
Marco Lou says Slick Rick is Skull Mike just keeping the seat warm. Shots fired.
He's holding it to the ground for sure. Make sure that chair doesn't fly off anywhere.
Michael Cohen, anybody here at the lodge is encouraged to do whatever they feel is right with regards to mask wearing. We don't care one way or the other. Do know in the particular case of Bart Hanson, his wife is about to give birth to a baby. So, but that's all we'll say about that. People can wear it if they want it, and if they don't have to.
Bomb pot. Let's go. We really got to find like some kind of programmer that can get into this thing so we can do double board bomb pots on the stream.
Well, we tried it originally. I mean, technically we probably could try it, but it's just too hard to keep up with.
My understanding was that the software would just like not do it.
Yeah. I think that's the case. It can't see.
Right, like it's just like it's weird because it can, if you can run it twice and it's fine, it's fine with that. But for some reason, when you try to do 2 flops, and 2 turns and 2 rivers, it just like cannot. It just doesn't have that option.
Right. 10-9-7, couple of diamonds. But my whole point is, hey, the live stream is 3 hours. 2 pair for Jay Wynn, hooks for Bart Hanson. My thinking is this. Stream is on for 3.5 hours. The minute it's over, do all the bomb pots, do whatever you want afterwards.
Oh boy, this is going to get good. Jaywin has top 2. Bart has an overpair. JC flops the straight. Richard has top pair. This is, I mean, Jaywin's going to squeeze here for sure. I mean, you got to make it like 1,300 or something.
I think that
14,
he made it
good,
1,400.
Good. Get in there. This might get expensive, though.
Cord with a straight draw.
That.
An 8 or a queen gets him there.
Yeah, the old double gutter.
JC with the straight.
Someone's asked why Bart isn't at the hospital. I don't think she's in labor yet. I think she's just due soon. Sorry, I think they might have misunderstood. Like,
Yeah, no.
It is the baby's en route. It is
Yes.
not. It is not present.
Yeah, he would not be here.
Right? Yeah, absolutely not. No, he's been.
There's just a call with the straight from JC.
Bart's got to know he's in trouble. But man, that's.
This hand may make one of Bart's videos if he makes the call here as to his thought process. He's going to lay it down. Hard to do on that board with an overpair.
Man, I'm just. Okay.
4 of hearts.
Oh, clean. JC getting some bonus action.
Yeah. Straight now with a flush draw for JC.
Yeah, so J1's got a little under 2 SPR, which I guess is, and that might be the first time that term has been said on this stream. But man, this is gonna get good. This might be like a bet all in.
Wes, I'll answer that question after this hand.
Ooh.
Slick Rick along with E. McKenzie in the bunker tonight, coming up on the last 20, 30 minutes of the show. Involved in a big hand right now. JC, his option. He's going to rip it, I believe.
Yeah.
He goes all in.
I was like, man, you have to make this like super chunky, but
Jaywin says, I wanted to call. I wanted to see a card
right,
here.
yeah, he was like, he was in the maybe check all in, maybe, but like definitely check calling.
He does not have showing he has 8,200 behind, so didn't see.
I was gonna say, is there some extra?
Unless he's got some in his hands.
Yeah, what's he shuffling? I guess that's important.
Yeah.
If he's just shuffling a pile of purples, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess it could be black. Yeah, he's got 4 purple. That could be right. 4. So this would be like an effective, like 1.5 pot, like 1.6 pot, something like that. So I'm fine with it. It's hard to come up with a bet that's not a lot.
It's hard to believe that Jaywin told us he's only been playing 2 years.
Yeah.
How is that even possible to be to playing at this level after 2 years of playing? He lets it go. Good fold.
Yeah, you goofed. But had a little need a little sensor bar over JC's face there, but Oh shit, he did it the queen too. Did you see that? They rabbited a queen.
Oh, they did?
Oh,
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Did not see that.
Yeah. JC dropped a little F-bomb there, and they rabbited the queen, and he goes,
oh my goodness.
yes!
Oh my goodness.
he saw the chords, King Jack. He's like, yes, let's
Oh
go.
my goodness.
Let's go. Saved himself. Yeah.
So, Wes, the best casino I ever stayed at, I mean, they treated me, Stardust treated me the best. Now, the most luxurious, probably the Venetian, but I don't stay. My requirement is simple. I need a clean place that's not a dump. I don't need to stay at the best place, but I need it to be clean, and I need.
Let's be real. It was that like 7-bedroom monstrosity.
Now that was nice. Yes, that was. We did have a suite at Planet Hollywood.
That thing's ridiculous.
That was a beautiful suite.
It's just ridiculous.
That probably is.
How was no one in that hot tub? That's what I want to know. I had to walk
I think somebody
downstairs.
did go in at the end.
Yeah, I mean, Skull was trying to bribe me into it after some beverages. He's like, how much is it going to take for you to jump in? And I was like, surprisingly little. I'm going to be honest with you.
That was fun. That was a fun night.
Oh, no. Skull finally gets into a hand and runs into King Kiah. Oh, boy. Oh, no.
Skull Mike.
No?
6 of diamonds.
A little bit, yeah.
Looking for one of the 3 remaining kings, the Skull Mike.
Just not a queen, man. Save him some money.
At one point, Skull Mike had a 5% VPIP.
I was impressed, buddy. It's worse than me.
At one point. Skull Mike calls, looking for a king ball. Does not come. King Kiah. King Kiah has got Skull's number.
Yeah, how expensive is this going to be?
If King Kiah breathes on this pot.
Whoa! What happened to King Kiah, man? He made that sick fold earlier with 2 pair. Did you see that one? That was sick. Yeah, he was in second for sure, but that was an unreal fold. That was an unreal fold.
Friends send vaccination is not required. We leave it up to the people.
Oh yeah, that was just a World Series thing.
Orange Fulia, Slick Rick, who's your favorite poker player and why? I used to say it was Phil Ivey, but haven't seen him play in about 3 years, so I don't know.
Oh, you didn't see him on the?
I didn't
Was
see
it the Hustler?
I didn't get.
He wasn't
to see
there
that
for very
part.
long.
Yeah.
He kept leaving. Bart and Zach, okay. Little spoiler. We don't know what happens, but we know the players. Skull getting touched up. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Ace, deuce, jack on the flop. Goes straight to the turn. There's another jack. Skull Mike with his 2 pair. Jacks and 5s, Motown.
Skull doing the classic double my VPIP in 2 hands. Sick, man. Sick. Is that his first pot? Did he win another one?
I think he's won.
Did he win one?
Yeah.
The early one?
Now, my favorite player is different than the best player. I'm not too tuned into who's the best player anymore. I used to watch a lot of the high stakes poker, but nowadays I watch a lot of the vlogs and I watch some streams, and I think that's the future growth of the current growth of poker is the vloggers who put out the content on a daily basis, and certainly all the streams that are out there. Us being one of them, I think that's helped the game immensely. But yeah, don't.
Oh no, JC gonna run into it. Yeah, I think the all the streams have been.
JC gets rid of his 7 deuce. All the streams. Your thought?
Yeah, I think all the streams have definitely have pros and cons. More pros than cons for sure. Mostly just cons because like I don't want people to see these games. You know,
well, but
it was like I found a little gold mine here. I thought.
But at the end of the day, you know, that's what the one person when the whole cam came about years ago, when it changed the game. I think the whole cam, amongst other things, rounders obviously, the moneymaker win, but the whole cam. I think the combination of all those 3 things changed the game.
Of course.
Now, the one holdout that refused to show his hand or didn't want it was Doyle Brunson. He said, "Why on the earth would I spend my whole career and then all of a sudden I'm letting everybody see?" But then he understood what television would do for this game. It made the game watchable. Prior to the whole cam,
oh, of course,
it was unwatchable. It was like
absolutely.
watching paint dry.
Absolutely unwatchable.
So he realized that. It came to the understanding that in order for this game to grow like it has been, you got to know what the cards are, or else it's no fun.
It's also a little ironic that.
Ooh, trip 6 is for Zach.
Yeah, and top pair for JC. It's also a little ironic that Doyle had a problem with it after having an entire book.
Yes, to describe
detailing
how
his
he played.
system of
Yeah,
play.
Exactly. But he didn't want people to see his cards.
Right.
And, but that was quickly. I just remember when it came out, he was really adamant that he didn't want people to know how he played.
I love the fake heart check that just happened right there.
600 is the bet.
But Bog, I agree. I think we need to hear all the table talk. What's the status on the microphones? Is that
Well,
ever?
we had some microphones
Did we?
that we were going to use for the Poker Unicorns, and I think we're going to end up doing that. We're just got to get them to work.
Okay, got it. Yeah, they gave us mics on another stream one time, and Bones and I ruined it. I'm not gonna lie. We didn't mean to, but
The problem is, for the 3 minutes of intellectual conversation that you'd hear,
yeah,
you have to put up with 2.5 hours of not much being said. So there's pros and cons. Shows the trips. Will win the hand. JC pounds the table. Good hand.
yeah, yeah. It was definitely not a lot of intellectual conversation, that's for sure. But the thing is like similar to what you were saying, like as it pertains to watching poker, is that I don't really think the people watching want to hear a bunch of intellectual conversation. I think they kind of just want to hear people bullshitting around
Yeah,
on the table.
no, I get it. You know, we've gone round and round about it. I think what we'll do, I think the plan going forward in 2022 is to try to do it a little bit more of the table talk, because some people do want it, and maybe a mixture. So we'll see.
I would say like this game for sure.
Yeah.
Right. Like, but the problem that you have is like in the 1, 3, and 2, 5 games that are streamed, like sometimes people just don't really talk.
Right. Right.
Because they're kind of everybody's just like a little nervous under the lights and stuff. But like,
right.
You know, at least the people that I know on this table, they're obviously, man, they played on cameras for at least a year or two or whatever now since this all started, and everyone's just kind of comfy now, you know. So. Yeah, JC, little out of line there. A little out of line.
So we've got probably another 10 minutes of overtime. We appreciate each and every one of you. 1,000 people still in the live chat. 8-10-3 on this flop. A pair of 8s for Pierre. And a straight draw, looking for a 9-ball is Bart.
Did we decide if Pierre was the Spanish Frenchman or the French Spaniard or?
I don't know. I've been told it's Pierre, then Pierre, then I've been calling him Pierre, as in Pier 1 Imports, but I've been told.
I've heard Frenchie more than anything else.
Okay.
The messed up. I mean, I'm not gonna like ruin his shtick or whatever, but Pierre is definitely not his name. It was, I think when he first came out and started playing with us, it was, man, he was just like picking a different, like a random name. It was really funny, man. I don't know why, it was, but just like from one week to another, it was like Pierre, and then it was like, you know, the English Paul, and then it was just like, man, what, like, you're just picking random names here. Are you messing with us? Like.
77 Luke Duke says, so if you have 1,000 viewers, why are you going to shut the stream down? Well, we've been on for 3.5 hours, and
Rick's trying to go home.
well, you know, we got people that we do it 3 times a week. So if you liked it, come back on Monday night, because Monday night will be the final table of the I-35 Cup. Somebody's going to walk out of here with way over 6 figures. That's a big sandwich.
Yeah, it's at least like an 18-incher.
That is. Here's a $1,000 bet from Bart Hanson. Ooh. Bart getting a little. This could get interesting. Pierre with the open-ender plus the pair of 8s. Bart has 4 outs, 2 red queens, 2 black 9s. And if a 9 would come up, it would be a 4-liner.
Yeah, I don't think that one.
Yeah. This may turn into a big hand right here.
It certainly could. Yeah.
Ooh, big raise. A lot of banana just went into the pot. 3,000. Yellow chips are 1,000 each, folks.
Man, these cameras do not do those justice.
Yeah, those are pretty chips. They show the deuce for no reason, as Bart had folded.
I told them what they should start doing when they want to rabbit a card is to do it face down.
Yeah.
So that way they get the card, but they don't see it for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's funny.
Because, I mean,
That's
you know,
funny,
you can
yeah.
still scan it over the thing.
That's funny.
Yeah. That way everybody at home gets to see it too, but then they have to wait until everyone else gets to see it. Super fun. We just have so many, like, silly things like that that we just do, like, I wish, I think that's the other part that why I wish we had microphones. I wish people would understand how much we're just, like, giving each other shit and goofing off, like, in these games. It's like, I mean, we're all friends.
Yeah.
You know?
They want to know when you're going to be on the stream next. We'll get you on.
Wednesday.
Okay,
actually.
there you go.
Yeah.
Tune in Wednesday.
Yeah, so my friend and old coach, Andrew Pacifico, is coming into town randomly. And he was like, dude, I see you on these streams. Like, you got to get me on. And so I head up Skull, and I was like, hey, man, like, this guy wants to play. You know, can you hook him up? And he was like, definitely. He was like, you want to battle also? And I was like, you know what? Yeah. Let's go. I'll battle with the old Jedi Master. Let's go.
There you go. So is he your old poker coach or old football coach?
Yeah, old poker coach.
Okay.
I mean, he is, and he's gone through some wild times for sure. But at the end of it all, I mean, he just has the brain for it, which is like kind of hard to explain to those not in the know, I guess. But like, man, he just gets it. But now that he's been doing other things for like, maybe like 4 or 5 years, man, he may be a lunatic now.
Seti Maggette for Zach with the Queens. $500 is the bet. Over to Bart Hanson. He's going to make the call here with the pair of jacks.
And he picks up the heart. Oh my God.
Now hearts for Hanson.
But the board pair. So I mean, he's
Heart draw, but Boat City for Zach. Feeling very comfortable.
Don't go too big, buddy. Easy.
Makes a bet. Looks like to be about 1,600.
Yeah.
Always nice to know you've got a boat and don't need any more cards. Bart saying I could be drawing dead, and he is, but he's reaching for chips.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to just imagine that you're dead right now, you know?
Yeah. I think,
Oh.
the heart. And Bart thinks he just nailed it. Oh, the deuce of hearts gives him the king high flush versus the boat from Zach.
It really depends. I mean, if Bart bets here, I think he's just, I mean, I guess you just have to call the shove. Maybe not. I mean.
Oh, a big bet just went in.
I was going to say, that looked kind of healthy.
Looked like a lot of yellow chips. We'll see what it is here. It's $3,500, folks. And there's the acting job by Zach. He says, quad fives, I'm going to go home with a heck of a story. That ain't going to happen.
He's thinking about Vegas and the damn Mirage
He's
right
thinking
now.
of
That's it. I mean,
3,500. Looks like he's got about, what's that about? 7,500 in front of him.
someone said a lot of diapers going bye-bye.
Uh-oh.
It's okay, because I think what people in the chat, maybe you don't realize, there's a thing called baby run good, right? when that kid comes out,
oh,
yeah.
And Bart grimaces.
That face, man. You don't even with the mask. Oh my God. But no, look, when that kid comes out, he's gonna spend some time being a dad. But when he comes back, man, it's over for people. Just stay out of the man's way.
The baby run.
The baby run good is unreal, dude.
So the pot has been made. Now it's whatever's left in front of Zach.
Man, this sucks. Because this is like, it's 4K, and there's 60. You can't. Yeah, you're just like, man, I mean, you have to have it, but like, can I fold? You only have to be right like 1 out of 5 times, man. Does he ever have like a worse flush? Is he doing this with Queen Jack ever? With a 5, could he have Ace 5 or something? If he ever has those hands,
I
then
guarantee you this will be on Bart's
only if he wins.
YouTube.
You know?
No.
I'm just kidding. No. Yeah, I think Bart's having the same thoughts I am. Like, I can't fold. Yeah,
He
I
makes
can't
the
I can't
call.
fold. This sucks. I can't fold. Yeah.
Zach shows the boat.
Sucks, man.
And Bart, who has had one hell of a night tonight. That's the thing about poker, E. You play well the whole night, and one hand gets you.
Listen, you're telling me, man. Like, I've done the inverse plenty. I've played like trash the whole night and had a nice gentleman named Ethan bail me out.
Right.
You know, but like, it's just, yeah. I mean,
Wow. The
Sucks.
deuce of hearts cost a lot of money there.
right? That's rough, man.
And Zach
That's rough. That's all right, Bart. You'll be okay.
pulling in.
Bart's gonna be okay.
We'll be back on Monday. The next time you'll see us on the stream, we're going to do the final table for the I-35 Cup. There you see the V-Pip. Skull Mike gets back up to 15%. Zach led the way, and that'll do it. E, final thoughts. Thanks for hopping in for an hour with us.
Yeah, I appreciate you, inviting me back here. I'm glad I was just in the room and just kind of hanging out. That was good timing for sure.
Wonderful. What another night in the books for Dave Klaproth, the man who punches all the buttons. For my partner in crime, Skull Mike, who's on the felt. My name is Slick Rick. We will see you Monday night for a special edition of Poker Night at the Lodge.